to get here, but we're finally here. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited. It's New Comic Book Day. Happy New Comic Book Day, everyone. Hello, happy New Comic Book Day. We're here and we're ready to discuss some comics. Almost ready. Duck had to go get a tripod from outside. So we're getting that. We're going to set up our other camera and then we'll be ready to talk comics. Well, we can still talk comics now. I'm here and we could talk comics. Hello, Jordan. Hello, Lane. And hello, ChemDog. How's it going? Welcome in. I hope you guys are excited. From the Ashes starts today. We're here. I mean, kind of already has started a little bit. I mean, we had the Infinity comic. Been reading a bit of that, which is set in the same time period, the same continuity. I guess I'll clip this on. I could switch to the other mics. Mics. Wireless. Let's see. How does this sound? It's a bit quiet, so I could probably turn it up a bit. Turn it up. Turn it on up. There we go. Is this one on? This one is on. Is this one on? I don't know if this one's on. Actually. Testing. Oh, okay, yeah. So this one is not on. So we gotta change that. Gotta change that in the settings. Road Central. So we'll change that in the settings. But yes, hello. Hello, Lanique. How's it going? I don't get my comics till Saturday, so I gotta be careful for spoilers. Yeah, be careful for spoilers. We'll probably be getting into some of that, but try to preface things with spoilers. It might get spoilery in here though. I'm just gonna warn you. Hopefully it doesn't get too spoilery. Hopefully. For you. Lane. Yeah, you're always gotta be. That's an interesting placement there, Amanda, for your mic. Yeah, my mic, normally when you wear a mic pack, you gotta clip it to your shirt. So that's what I did. I clipped it to my shirt. Where would you expect me to place a mic? This is like where you would also place like a lapel mic. It's got to be clipped. We have another mic. We got our second mic pack. I just ordered a replacement one, but it's dead. We just got it and it doesn't turn on, so I can't use this one yet. So I got to have the wired one. I know, right. Mostly poking fun there. Yeah, yeah. I do have booba, yes. So, 'tis true. I cannot deny. But yeah, that's where I always clip it.
Caught by the booba police once again.
Yeah, Lane was just commenting on the placement of my mic pack. I could put it higher up too, but if I put it too high up, then my hair is gonna... It's already in risk of the hair getting on it. And then it'll sound like I'm like I'm in the wind.
You want to test that?
Test that camera?
Yeah.
Let's give it an old testeroo, shall we? Well, I gotta turn off the throne alerts because it's telling me to accept all cookies. Deleting that for now. Let's see. Other camera, table cam. I mean, oh, it's on. We got to adjust it, but it's good. It's there. It's on. Ignore all my cables. I have many cables. There we go. So many cables on my tables. All right. We got that set up. We got 2 cameras. Woohoo! All right, what's everybody saying? What are we talking about? Hello, Takeda. How's it going, Matt? Congrats on your 60 stream streak. Whoa, that is a lot. That's a crazy streak, Matt. Insane. Danny has a super important thing. You're getting into One Piece, and that's awesome. I just moved that, sorry.
I was good. You didn't need to go more.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if you were good, so I was like, I'll pull in, but I'm gonna hit this. 2, super important tips. 1, don't spoil anything for yourself. Some of the twists are incredible. 2, don't skip anything. It all comes back as important at some point, and all of it has its charm. Well, thank you. I will not skip anything, because I don't really like to skip things when I read stories. Duck knows this. I'm thorough to a fault.
Much to my chagrin, Amanda goes all in on every story.
I'm pretty in-depth, and Duck will be like, well, you don't even have to read this. And I'll be like, right, but it's part of the story, so I gotta read it.
I'll be like, this 6-issue mini goes nowhere and was probably retconned into nothingness like a year later. She's like, nope, gotta read it.
Gotta read it. It's part of the content, part of the history. Must know. This is true. This is true. But thank you for the tips. I appreciate it, Danny. I'm very excited to continue my journey and also talk to you guys about my thoughts on Volume 1, which I loved. Angry says, first time I'm this early. Well, welcome on in, Angry Magma. Happy to have you here. Glad you're early. Sai, hello. Hello. Chris, hello. Chemdog in both chats. Rapala, hello.
Oh,
Danny says, my birthday is in 9 days. Obviously, I expect you to finish One Piece by then. Well, you know, it's not like I have anything else to do for the next 9 days, right, Duck?
Yeah.
It's not like I gotta film a million boys reviews at some point.
Get ready for SDCC, you know.
The issue whenever I see Absolute DC is I think of their hardcover line. This is the issue for all of us whenever we see the word Absolute in DC.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was initially when it came out.
I knew what it was, and I was just like, I just can't find anything on it, because when you Google DC and Absolute, all you get is the hardcover line.
Struggling here with this mic.
You good?
There we go.
All right. Nice.
Ish.
I have my little cable attached to mine.
Lal to da.
Like a bionic woman.
Thanks for following.
I don't know where I should put the chat. Should I put the chat below us, like here? Do you like it between our heads?
I don't care.
Put it down here.
Chat can live
Put it over there.
whatever life they want to live.
Chat, where do you want to be? Here? This is a good spot? Between us? Below us? Beside us? And I'll lean this way?
I got a duck laugh. I win, says Danny.
Down here?
Sure.
There
Let's
you
do
go,
it.
chat. You're there. You're on the screen. Welcome to the chat.
So how's everybody been? Sound off on chat. I'd like to know how everyone's doing. How's your
Anthony's
Wednesdays?
asking, how did the photo shoot go? I said, I didn't say, but it went really well. Went really well.
Hello, RuPaula.
It was very quick. Very quick, but very good. Green Lantern 13 was really fun. Yeah, I haven't been reading Green Lantern, but I've heard good things. I feel like the backup stories are the things that I'd be most interested in, but it sounds good in general. Hulk, do you want to talk about Hulk to start?
No.
Well, wait. I just want to catch up with the chat.
No.
And then we'll get
Chemdog
into
was just
comments.
mentioning it.
Green Lantern?
No, Hulk.
Oh, in the other chat.
In the other chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I like your top. A very nice Jaguar print. Thanks, Andrew. I got it for a, what was it called? I got it for the party that we went to initially, but then I didn't wear it.
Oh, the
I
trailer
got it for
park?
the Trailer Park Boys party, but
Yeah.
I didn't wear it to the Trailer Park Boys party. I wore my dress instead.
Good old Trailer Park Boys party.
But I do like this top, actually. I love when I get costume piece things, and then I'm like, this is just like a cool shirt, though. I kind of just like it. Hello, Jim. How's it going? Welcome on in. Welcome on in.
Hello, hello.
Lol High Pop is saying, thoughts on Ultimate Spider-Man 2024. We've talked about Ultimate Spider-Man in the chats before. There's no new Ultimate Spider-Man this week, is there?
No.
No.
But I'm fully caught up, and I love it. It's probably... I don't like to say, like, this thing is my favorite Marvel series, because I love so many things for different reasons, but it is at the top. It's, like, my...
But it's your favorite Marvel series right now?
Well, when it comes out, the week that it comes out is... It's the first comic I read that week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, are you taking Twitch chat and I'll take YouTube chat?
Okay. I will quickly catch up with everyone. Hello, Rupala. Chemdog, glad you're doing well. Lanique making your way through Fatal Attractions. What do you think so far? Does it hold up, or does it feel datedly 90s? I'd like to know.
I feel like it's very 90s based on my revisit of it, but I think it does hold up. I mean, I think you want it to be 90s. Speaking of 90s, I can't wait to talk about this issue of X-Men, which definitely has some 90s feels to it, which I've been anticipating ever since they kind of announced what they were going to be doing with the X-Men and From the Ashes.
Ever since they showed off the logos, I knew it was going to be like that.
Yeah, it was like, oh, they're going to like return to kind of a 90s feel, which also makes sense with the success of X-Men 97 as well.
Oh, RuPaula, I'm sorry to hear it.
Ready to hear a bunch of comic stuff.
Hopefully your night gets better, at the very least. Platinum Blonde coming in with the 3-stream streak.
Woo! A happy streak, and thanks for streaking on through, Latinum Blonde. Congrats.
Kim Dog also said very Shaun of the She-Devil of you with the top.
So Lol High Pop is saying Mary Jane Watson treatment is going bad right now in 616. So I am not keeping up with my 616 Spider-Man right now, but I did take a peek into the Jackpot Black Cat series because I was actually really excited for that team up since we got the team up during Beyond, which I really liked. I do have issue 2. I haven't read issue 2 yet, but I read issue 1. And let's just say that's why I've also only bought issue 2 at this point. I'm not sure how I feel about this Jackpot angle, so I feel you. It's an interesting time for MJ, isn't it? It's an interesting time. Lane is asking, am I going to do a Dark X-Men Maddie look? Probably at some point. It's not really my focus right now, but...
You said you did want to do the crown.
I do want to do the crown. I actually really want to do the Mercy crown, too. With her, like, that whole look. It's not going to be as relevant now that that era is kind of done, but I like that look. I also really want to do an X-Men 97 Maddie look, but... Focusing right now on Zatanna, so if you guys are checking out my coffee... if you put the coffee command into chat.
I just didn't want to lose my place in chat, but...
If you put the coffee command into chat, then it'll come up.
Is it !coffee? Like that?
Yeah. Can you do it on this one? Boop. And I just funded... I got it then. You have the keyboard, so I need you to be the keyboard person.
I was waiting for you to click. I didn't realize it was already selected.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Sorry, hold on. Give me 1 sec. Chris?
At issue 3, Black Cat is written badly in that comic. I would say...
Nothing surprises you?
I would say that I feel like that comic just didn't... I don't know what's happening with those characters in that comic in issue 1 a little bit, but... that's just my opinion.
Well, glad to hear you're doing well, Chris, and that your new story, hopefully, is coming along well.
Eric says, one comic I've noticed people have forgotten about is the Infinity Watch. It had Adam Warlock, Moondragon, Drax the Destroyer, and one of the forgotten guys, Pip the Troll. Eric, I wouldn't say that people have forgotten about Infinity Watch, but like we haven't had anything new Infinity Watch, if that's what you mean.
Nation.
Yeah, we haven't had any new Infinity Watch, but...
Not in a bit.
Not in a bit, but I don't know. Would you say that it's been forgotten?
I just think they don't care.
Yeah, I don't know if we've forgotten about it.
I mean, Infinity Watch, I'm pretty sure showed up in...
Didn't it show up a little while ago? Like, not like this year, but like a couple years ago?
Well, it's in Marvel Strike Force, so someone remembers.
Someone remembers Infinity Watch. There you go. Marvel Strike Force remembers. They're trying to carry it on for all of us.
Oh, so...
But yeah, Infinity Watch is a really cool team.
Jesse POV says, wonder how they will deal with Death with this run. I think Death is back.
I think Death is here to stay.
As weird as that sounds, Death is back.
Speaking of that, should we talk about some comics?
Yeah.
I got some things to say.
I feel like...
I got some things.
All right.
Critter Nation, hello. Hello.
Start off with the big one. Because I feel like a lot of people...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in this chat remember Pip the Troll. That's the thing. That's the thing, Eric. So if you're looking for people to remember Pip, I think you came to the right place. Jim's like, I remember Pip the Troll.
Oh, is that not set up? Okay. Okay. Where's... Oh, God.
They need to bring old Pip back compared to new Pip? Or you just mean like old Pip because old Pip is an old character?
Where this cam?
Baking.
Yeah, I'm looking for baking. Oh, it's on that side. I was looking.
It's just a scene. Yeah, you switch the scenes.
There we go.
I guess I'll turn this on. I don't know why our white balance is ridiculous.
Crazy.
Right
What's
now.
going on?
Maybe open up the settings.
Where are the settings?
Go down. No, go to the table cam. On the other side, sources. It's right there. Double click that. Or, yeah, close that actually, sorry. Right click it. Properties. Yeah, I don't know why it's like this. Configure video. Oh, as soon as you hit that, I think the settings fixed themselves. You can close that. Just hit OK or whatever. No, it already fixed itself. Okay. You just changed it again. It already fixed itself.
I know.
You just want to mess with it?
It was already there. I just had to hit cancel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was like, I would hit OK because I don't know if it just did something. We need to save it.
Okay, I'm talking with my eyes.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Whoa. There we both are. Wow. Let's not put us in the tip cup. What do you think?
Above the tip cup, where we belong.
Where we belong. So yes, well, let's talk about this. I also want to talk about Heir to Apocalypse because I did read that.
But let's start here, and then we'll go.
Do we want to not talk about spoilers? How much do we want to talk about this?
Maybe we can talk pretty.
Oh, we got to do the to-dos. Have to get off this screen. Sorry.
Where are the to-dos? I don't know.
Task list. Whoops.
Ignore
that. Sorry. It's from my Pomodoro.
Yeah, poor Pip. He was supposed to show up in the MCU, but I feel like he's dead now. That ship crashed in space.
Yeah, Pip...
never to be found.
We may never see him again, because Eternals just wasn't it for a lot of people.
Did not do great.
Although, I was saying, I think it was commercially successful, though, still. People were saying... I think Imprint Jones was in the chat earlier saying that the box office spoke volumes, but I was like, it still made over $400 million.
I read.
And it cost $200 million. So it wasn't like a roaring success, but it wasn't a failure, right?
It wasn't a failure.
Just people didn't react to it well.
No.
Yeah. So X-Men. We could probably go a couple pages into
Benjamin says,
this.
y'all need help.
Y'all need help? Any comic recommendations? That art is awesome. The art is awesome.
All right, so we got brand new X-Men. Just came out today. Fresh off the press. If you wanted to get into X-Men, now's the time. You got this X-Men #1. Next month, we have Uncanny X-Men #1.
I'm so excited.
And then, which is another team. And then we have a third team, which is Excellent X-Men?
Exceptional.
Exceptional X-Men. I always mess that one up.
Kate and Emma. How do you guys feel about this art? About the Ryan Stegman art? Are we here for it? What do we think?
I love Ryan Stegman. I think it's great. I think it shines in all the places it needs to shine. The colors are also fantastic.
Love this rivalry that we're getting between Magic and Juggernaut.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Also, yeah, Juggernaut is on the team despite not being an
Magic's
X-Men,
nice.
but he's been doing a lot of redeeming throughout the Krakoan era, so now it's time for him to
Join the X-Men.
help out the X-Men.
I don't want to get too far into this because I don't want to spoil anything major.
Well, I mean,
I really love this page, though.
You've kind of gone as far as, like, the previews
I think this
have shown off.
This is, like, as far as I want to go, unless there's just another specific page in here we want to show people.
I mean, if you wanted to go to the front, to the cover again, just really quick. I was reading an interview with Stegman. Yeah, Beast looking cracked out.
That's Beast's face.
Said your boy Slaughter44. Also, thanks for the first time chat. Welcome to the chat.
I would say that I really like the Stegman art for the most part, but there are things that I like more than other things with it.
I mean, I saw what you were saying there, but I've looked at so much Stegman stuff that, like, I just like it. I see his style. I know he has his strengths and his weaknesses, but I feel like it has a good flow. But also, one of the things that he said in an interview was he really wanted to have every X-Men on this team have their own unique look. So it wasn't so much a Wowzers, David Trainer subscribed over on YouTube.
David, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate you. Also, we got a super chat from Ira, $4.99. Ira says, daily super chat when I get a chance. Good evening, chat. That'll probably come up in a bit because there's usually a bit of a delay.
Well, appreciate you,
But
Ira.
thank
Always
you, Ira.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you just go back to the page 3? Beast. There he is. There he is.
I mean, I think Beast's face grew on me the more we got into this. I will say I also like the police chief's little smile on this panel. I like the expressions a lot. Like, I do like how Ryan Stegman does faces. I just feel like they're so expressive. But yeah, Beast, without spoiling some stuff that happens later, there's that part where I think it's when they're talking. I think it's actually just before this.
When they're talking about the...
When they're talking about, like, what's going on in the factory. Basically, in this version of X-Men.
Here,
yeah, if you want to find that for me.
I know exactly where...
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When he's walking down the...
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
You were
I
right
was right there.
yeah.
I was right there. Just wait for the camera to focus.
Yeah, everyone's saying this man needs sleep.
I think, I think he's just kind of trying to do a bit of a take on what I would say is kind of a classic look for Beast.
Yeah, that is the more...
It's kind of reminding me of the 80s.
No, it is like the Avengers art style look of him. Yeah,
with his dark eyes. That's how they used to draw him on the Avengers. So I like it, but initially I also found it quite jarring. But Duck liked it since basically page 1. Oh, I just noticed their home sweet home sign in their kitchen. So cute.
There's a lot of nice little touches as well in the art, like that home sweet home. There's also, later on in the issue, Cyclops is drinking beer brand beer.
Oh, that's like near the end.
Right near the end. Your boy Slaughter, do they explain why Choir isn't a head in a jar? Not yet. I was also wondering that.
They have not explained that. I think there's going to be a lot of changes.
There's the super chat.
There we go. Thank you so much for that super chat. I think there's going to be a lot of changes to the... Look.
Oh, well, okay, hold on. Before you get into it.
Before I get into Heir, let's finish X-Men. But
as seeing what they're doing with Heir to Apocalypse, a lot of the things that happened in Krakoa are kind of getting swept under the table for the sake of, like, let's just move on with the story. One of those things right now is Quentin. I'm sure they'll have maybe a one-shot annual, or maybe just one of the issues coming up for this will maybe explain it, but I am not particularly confident that they will do that, simply because
I think they they don't have to.
Judging by Heir to Apocalypse, there's a lot of stuff that's just like, well, oh well.
We just have to hope the other books handle it a little bit better, but we'll see. It's also only issue 1, so
if you're going into it as a jumping on point,
it's really good.
It's fantastic.
It's really good. If you're going into it as a continuation, I think there are going to be some things that are going to be kind of janky, but that being said, I haven't read everything Fall of X, so I am going to go back and read everything. And so if there are things that are explained, when you guys have questions, hopefully I'll be able to give you some answers if there are answers. But as far as I know, I don't think we've explained that one.
I've seen unless somehow I went over
something.
it. Yep.
Well, you've at least skimmed everything.
Quentin should be a head in a box.
Yeah.
Right now.
Mod DJ 8000 is saying, it was a fun issue of X-Men. It feels like a younger book than before. I would definitely say it feels very like the beginning of a thing.
Very streamlined. It's not... it does a great job at introducing all the characters, what they do, why they're great.
I wouldn't say it's like... I would say there's a youthful energy to the characters, but I wouldn't say they feel like younger than the Krakoan era. Because it still feels like they're carrying through some of those lessons they learned.
Yeah, but at the same time, the approaches to things are a lot more 90s
A lot
X-Men.
more zip, zap, zop, which is young.
TM, Amanda.
TM, zip, zap, zop.
Mage Beldan, I think that's how you say it, currently on a 5-stream streak. Thanks
Woo!
for streaking on by.
Thanks for streaking. Mod DJ 8000 says, isn't he from like a different timeline? I'm assuming you're saying Beast? I don't know if you're talking about Quentin Quire.
Beast is a separate Beast.
This is a cloned Beast. So this is Beast returned to ones, basically.
Yeah, the Beast that was terrible and killed all those people.
Sacrificed
he's gone.
himself.
And now we have...
For kind of no reason. But...
Beast back from when he... again, just take this as it is. It's comics. Beast, from when he was on the Avengers, they have that brain now in a clone body of Beast, so that they can be like, hey, remember when Beast did all those horrible things? Well, he's dead now. We got good Beast back.
Yeah. So this Beast is actually from when he was on the Avengers. So he's not from a different timeline, but in terms of when the backup is from, it's before, like, Beast was corrupted and, like, turned evil. It's from, like, Beast from a lighter period in his life. Yeah. If you will. So, yeah.
Hey, Kevlar Wolf. Thanks for making it in.
He's not from a different time period. He's not from a different timeline. He didn't time travel, but he is, like, a backup that's earlier, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Vito, no, I'm not doing a Shaun of the She-Devil cosplay. I'm just wearing leopard print.
Amanda just wears this.
Sometimes I just wear leopard print. My favorite is when people come in and I'm just wearing, well, I mean, like today, I'm just wearing clothes and people are like, who are you cosplaying? And I'm like, just me.
Your boy Slaughter, remind me, when did he have a bunch of extra bodies? Unless you're saying that maybe now he just does. But if there was a moment like that, I need to know, because that sounds ridiculous.
Well,
I will find it.
Didn't he have the... No, I'm thinking of something else.
I mean, he got resurrected a shit ton during the Krakoa era because he kept dying.
When he was on the boat, didn't he have all his clones with him? All the back... He had, like, a bunch of clone versions of himself when he was on the boat.
Oh, Beast.
Yeah, Beast. I think that's what... that's what they might be asking.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Quentin still.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, there we go.
Quentin just died a bunch.
Choir had spare bodies in X-Force. I have to go back and reread that.
Oh, I don't know. That was your book.
I know. It feels like it's been a long time ago.
I don't know about that. I only know what Duck has told me about X-Force. I was Wolverine. Beast from the 70s. Yeah, basically 70s Beast. Late 70s or early 80s? Yeah. Was that the time he was on the Avengers? Was it all 70s?
But he's still kind of adjusting to this this era. But it also seems like he's a little bitter that he missed out on the entire Krakoan era. So we'll see if that goes anywhere.
Oh. Yeah, honestly, fair.
When he has that conversation.
Probably for the best, because it corrupted him. But I'm going to grab my water.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
But yeah, he has that conversation with the police officer.
We should show off
and she's like, wow, Krakoa was great. It was such a paradise for you and your people. And he's like, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't there.
I was like, ooh. Hank, please.
Rough.
But yeah, if anyone else has any more questions about
X-Men,
or
overall, how did we feel about it without getting into spoilers?
I had one more thing I wanted to show off, which was this guy. Speaking of making it feel more 90s.
Thanks for the hydrate, Chris.
In terms of how things looked.
Yeah, this isn't a spoiler.
Yeah.
This is just like a fun thing they did.
About middle of the comic, you get... Grab your mic. Yeah, you get this little, like, here's what's coming up in X-Men. Are you missing out on things? Here you go.
Yeah, kind of cool. Kind of like it. Feels very 90s. Just the layout.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, even the letters kind of feel 90s to me. Like just the lettering on this page.
The lettering, the colors, the boxes.
Yeah.
It's all pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah, the yellow, the really bright yellow.
He legit made clone body doubles of the team as meat puppets. Wolverine told him to knock it off, but he was really going through some stuff between events. Yes, I remember this now. God, the X-Force stuff is like such a blur to me. It was one of those books I was like so excited to read, and then I felt like it got really hot, and then it got really cold, and then it got really hot again, and I was just like all over the place. It was one of those books where it's like, oh, I really wanted to read this week. I read it, and I was like, oh, that was kind of disappointing.
Robert H. says, were Quentin's backup bodies all of other characters in his colors?
Yes, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up for you after. So
where are Angel and Colossus at this point? Colossus isn't on this team.
Colossus is MIA.
Yeah.
He is...
Angel's an heir to Apocalypse.
He could be anywhere.
He's going to be an X Factor.
Yeah, Angel will be leading X Factor. He's currently an heir to Apocalypse, currently fighting...
This
fighting
week,
Apocalypse?
A new issue came out where Angel and Apocalypse are fighting each other. I haven't read that one. I only read issues 1 and 2 of Heir to Apocalypse today. That was all I had time to read before stream.
I'm gonna fill up my water.
I'll talk about that. Do you want me to talk about that now?
Yeah, jump into it.
All right, let's talk about Heir to Apocalypse. So this was requested by DiCarlo when we spun our wheel. Did you put comic requests on the wheel?
Yeah, come this way. You don't have to go in towards the thing. Yeah, as in just if you go that way. Perfect.
Do you want to give me... Okay, there's the wheel back there.
You want the wheel?
And we can spin it. And if you gift a sub or gift a membership, or get... Oh, sorry, my hair is like on my mic. If you gift a sub or gift a membership, or if you sub or become a member on YouTube, I will spin this wheel, and then cool things happen. And one of the things that happened last time we did our comic book stream was DiCarlo got a comic request, and the pick a comic that he requested for us was Heir to Apocalypse. So I read Heir to Apocalypse. Unfortunately, I could not get it physically, so I read it digitally.
Our LCS was completely sold out.
I will get a physical copy of it though to add to my collection as per what I usually do with this. But yeah, our LCS was completely out of every single issue. 1, 2, and 3s were gone, which I'm a little honestly confused about based on what I read. So I read issues 1 and 2, and I don't really see the appeal, I guess. I mean, I see the appeal with Apocalypse. I know a lot of people love Apocalypse.
But the story, Amanda wasn't a big fan of.
I like the idea of the story.
Yeah, your boy Colossus needs to chill out for a bit, man. He's been getting the shit end of the stick since...
But is Colossus even going to be on any of these teams? I don't think so.
No, he's currently not announced to be on anything, but I feel like he's been getting, like, absolutely shafted in terms of story since... who's the Buffy the Vampire Slayer guy?
Joss Whedon.
Joss Whedon. Since the Joss Whedon run. Even then, he wasn't treated the best. He had some good moments, but...
So I'll explain to you my thoughts on Heir to Apocalypse, but before I do that, I will try to not get into any spoilers as well with Heir to Apocalypse, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But here's what's on the wheel. So if you guys do redeem a wheel spin, I'll gift a sub. I get to choose something on this wheel that we do. Change colors, positive affirmation. I'll say something super nice and make you hopefully feel good about yourself and the world a little bit. You get to pick a comic. You pick a comic. We'll add it to our poll. We'll get it next time we go get comics. A ukulele jam. I'll bust out my ukulele and play a little tune for us. Respin. Random comic page. We'll grab a random comic from somewhere in my apartment and we will read a page of it to you.
Also,
we'll do funny voices.
Amusing streamer is currently eating people in Among Us, but lurking.
Nice. Thanks for lurking and happy eating people, I guess. Yeah. Happy eating people as you can do in that game.
As an imposter.
Yeah. Funny voice, doing squats if you want Duck and I to
work out a little bit in this sweltering heat.
Yeah. And I think that's
so
it.
Hot right
and
now.
for the changing colors, you can change our backlight color.
Set the mood, if you will.
Can you just put that back? Because I'm attached by this little cable. All right. Big A, my dude. So, Angel is in Heir to Apocalypse, and the whole idea with Heir to Apocalypse, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically Apocalypse has, left Earth. He's also kind of been kicked off, and he's basically just like, I'm going to be leading Araco now. Earth, though, needs Apocalypse. But does it, though? But anyways, according to Apocalypse, Earth needs Apocalypse. And Apocalypse is like, I need you guys to make sure that Earth is good because I'm not going to be there to help the mutants and build them up so that they can eventually take over Earth, which is my plan. Apocalypse, remember, used to be working with everybody on Krakoa, but as soon as Krakoa basically falls apart, he's like, well, we tried this, it didn't work, I guess I'm going to be evil again, and I can rule everything. And then people are like, no. And so he's like, okay, well then I'll get an heir. And one of the people that he summons, the two people that he summons initially, are his, what do we call them? His horsemen? His heralds. His heralds of Apocalypse.
The heralds of Apocalypse.
Yeah, which is Sunfire and
he got
Angel.
Jumped. Send your boy Slaughter.
Neither of them are interested in that. So I don't think that's a spoiler because I think that's what we would expect. So then he kind of has this contest where he offers people the ability to enter into a contest to become his heir. So there's a bunch of different people that are competing here.
Let me pull up the list.
Yeah, pull up the list. And there's just a lot of things that they changed from what was established in Krakoa. And it kind of feels like it's all swept under the rug, the changes, which are reverting characters back to status quo. And look, guys, I know this is comics. I know we have to revert back to status quo. I don't really have a problem with that. It's more the way that it feels like it's just being skipped over those changes that would need to happen to the characters to get them back there. Now, granted, I'm not fully up to date on Fall of X, so maybe there's just pieces that I'm missing. I'm pretty sure there isn't, though, because I have been trying to follow along.
Oh, wait.
Even though I haven't read every single piece yet.
We got a awesome comment by Jubilaurel.
Ricardo, hello, welcome back. What have you missed? We talked about X-Men, and we talked about Heir to Apocalypse.
Heir to Apocalypse now. We just finished. Yeah, new X-Men by Stegman and McKay.
Yeah.
Jubilaurel said, I can appreciate bad guys turn good, but the flip-flopping of Once Upon a Time villains soured me on the show, similar to some comics. I 100% agree. I used to watch that trash all the time, and I loved it. I thought Once Upon a Time was so much fun. I did not take it seriously at all, but oh my god. Everyone's alignments was switching
Once Upon a Time
a million times, like, in a season.
But, like, I don't mind people's alignments switching. I just want it to make sense.
As long as it makes sense.
As long as it makes sense,
and as long as
they're
not going back and forth constantly.
As long as it's not like every 2 seconds, you know, like I'm evil today and then tomorrow I'm good again. It's like, okay.
Yeah, your boy Slaughter. It's a little bit of both. There's obstacles, but they can kill each other if it arises.
What do you mean? There's obstacles? What are you talking about?
Heir to Apocalypse.
Oh. Yeah, there's death in Heir to Apocalypse.
There's like death,
I'm going to confirm that.
There's like death traps and stuff, but the contestants can also murder one another. So the contestants are to be the next Heir to Apocalypse. Also 12 of them could be a nice reference to the 12, famous Apocalypse story. But anyway, Armageddon Girl, formerly Nature Girl. Cable.
Armageddon Girl or Apocalypse Girl?
Armageddon Girl.
Right.
Cable.
Apocalypse Girl would be very fitting, though.
Be very fitting. Cypher, Emma Frost, Exodus, Forge, Gorgon, Mr. Sinister, Mirage, Penance, which I don't know why she's going by Penance now. She's been Monet for a while.
Anyways, back to Penance.
Richter, and Wolverine Laura Kinney.
And people that actually seem to have had changes that might be sticking around. All I'm going to say is watch out for those people. Because I feel like they're using this book to just wipe the slate clean.
If there's anyone during the Krakoan era had, like, really cool character development, or you're like, oh, that's an interesting take on this character, they're not safe.
The Krakoan era will make a great X-Men anime. It would make a great X-Men anime. It would make a great X-Men everything. I loved it.
I just want, at the end of the day, I just want Hickman's full story. Just want to read it once, see how it was supposed to be, and then I can put it in my back pocket and be happy with it. The same I was with Secret Wars and his Avengers run. That was the perfect ending note to everything that he built up in Fantastic Four, Avengers, New Avengers, all this stuff. And then Secret Wars was just like the perfect bow. I feel we missed out on that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Also, Cherry, hello!
OMG.
Juba, congrats on the 5-stream streak.
Hey, 5 streams.
Yeah, Cherry says, OMG, I just came out of my comfort zone and talked in voice chat to Lucy and everyone else, which is huge since I'm so shy, and now I'm going to try Among Us, which will be a huge milestone.
Hooray! Well,
have fun playing Among Us.
Have a great time over there.
Yeah. How's the chat going? How's Lucy doing over there?
Pushing those boundaries, getting out of the comfort zone.
We love to hear it. Mm-hmm. Black Phoenix says, I saw a review of the new X-Men book. What I saw didn't really grab me. It's ridiculous that every trace of Krakoan technology is just gone now. I mean, I don't really mind the technology being gone. However, the character development is going to be the thing that, if we get rid of all of that, I'm going to be feeling a little bit hurt.
Here's the thing.
I don't think that X-Men is doing that, though, really.
No,
I mean, there's some things, like Quentin, but I think they're going to explain it, because there's stuff that happens in the X-Men book that isn't explained as to, like, what's going on, what's happening in Alaska.
Black Phoenix. Yeah.
And I feel like they left it on a note where it's like, this is a story, and then maybe we're gonna get to it later.
So there's definitely traces.
'Cause there's gaps.
Yeah, there's definitely traces of Krakoa in it because it is the fallout of Krakoa and where we go from there. But the issue is definitely treated more so as
it's a fresh start.
Yeah, as a jumping on point, fresh start, good introduction to all these characters without making it too, like, handholdy. It's not like, hello, my name is Cyclops. I shoot beams out of my eyes. They do a lot of show, not tell.
I also feel like there's time that has passed.
Yes, it says X months later, so I assume 10 months later.
Yeah. So this is like, there's going to be stuff that we don't know yet how we got here. And so our hope will be that those questions will be answered and won't just be swept under the rug. Like, oh, it doesn't matter because it's like in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're already building up the fact of like Krakoa being lost has hit people.
Yes.
And it's manifesting in the book, which gives me hope that we are going to be addressing, like, why is Quentin not a head in a jar, yada, yada, yada.
Oh, Juba, we just said, yeah, we just covered that, but just to let you know as well.
Hey, Tully.
Mad Scientist Beast, dead and gone. Current Beast is a clone of, like, Avengers Beast. I think it's like, who said that? I think
Someone was saying 90s Beast is technically, I think, the latest that this Beast is from.
I think it was Chemdog was saying it was like X Factor issue 1 Beast.
Okay.
Like that era. So
there you
yeah.
go.
So he is
not evil.
He's not evil anymore.
Yeah, he's not evil anymore.
Yes, it was Chemdog. Thank you.
We solved it with kind of an Iron Man solution. Just back him up to before he did bad things.
Wipe him.
Wipe him.
Wipe the brain. Get him out of here.
Make him cool again.
Bring in baby Beast. We need him over here.
So that's kind of how we solved that problem. Robert says, I feel like Cypher's marriage to Bay the Blood Moon is being swept away. She just disappeared mostly, aside for some birth cameos. Some birth cameos. Verth. I don't know what that means, but maybe it means just like some cameos. I feel like, or some Earth cameos? Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. It kind of felt like more and more they just distanced themselves from it since Ten of Swords. I feel like it's been, but I don't feel like they just like dropped it. I feel like it's been fading over time.
No, she was a huge.
It's like a ghost. He got ghosted. She got ghosted.
She was a huge part of. I mean, not a huge part, but she was definitely a big part of the Doug aspects of Inferno.
Yes.
And then the last time that you really saw her was in. Oh my god.
Oh, I did see her.
Not the Way of X. The Excalibur sequel.
Yeah.
She was on that team.
Yeah. Yeah. And she talked about her relationship with Cypher, didn't she? Well, she was on that team.
Yep.
How long ago was that?
Before the
a couple
fall.
Years before the fall.
So two
fall,
years.
You know,
2 years
sometimes when Fall of X happens, people get divorced, guys. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know.
I hope not. I really like Bay the Blood Moon. I thought that
I
was
hope we
awesome...
get more Cypher in general, and that Cypher just doesn't fade into the background.
I need justice for Cypher and justice for Warlock. What they did to him during Fall of X was atrocious.
I would say I think Bay's relevance has faded because of Cypher's relevance fading over time. Because Hickman wasn't there, and Hickman was the big Cypher guy. So we just have to hope, I think, that Cypher is relevant in this next era, and then maybe we'll get more Bay, because I did really like their relationship and thought it was super interesting. So I agree that it's like kind of disappointing that it feels like they just kind of, I don't want to say forgot about it, because it's still mentioned in the continuity. It's just like not a big part of the story. But I think they're still together. They didn't break up. Hopefully they don't do that thing that they sometimes do where they're like, what happened with Bay? And it's like, oh yeah, we broke up.
Oh, she flew into space and exploded. Just like
you'll never see her again.
Just like the Araco mutants.
I'm like, can we at least get like an on-panel breakup, please, if that's what's happening? I need closure. I'm not ready to say goodbye to the marriage. Do you want me to show that? Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
I got distracted.
We're having a good conversation about X-Men and Heir to Apocalypse and all that. Okay,
Beast was the last clone from a time of his team up with Wonder Man.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. before he started going dark.
Mm-hmm.
Uncanny says, yeah, it was always going to feel a little odd when Krakoa is just shoveled behind them, but looking forward to this new era, especially Uncanny, Phoenix, and Wolverine with Hickman and Capullo.
Yeah. Thanks, ChemDog. That's also the reference I was trying to make, Poochie.
Wolverine is Hickman and Capullo? I thought Wolverine was Ahmed, Saladin Ahmed.
It is. I mentioned this to you before. It's a Wolverine...
Or is it going to be a Hickman story in it?
No, there's a Wolverine mini called...
Oh.
Let me pull it up.
No, yeah, I did see this, because it was in our list.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we have to go through our list today.
And I also read this out to you, like, literally 30 minutes ago, and you said, oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, sorry, because I was setting up stream. I was, like, half listening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that was bad. You should listen to people. That was bad of me. Bad Amanda. But you were talking about in the brief that they had, which I did want to read, so I appreciate you reading it to me. I'm sorry I wasn't fully focused.
Not Wolverine Deep Cuts. Wolverine.
Hey, Duncan.
Wolverine Revenge, which is a separate series from just Wolverine, which is Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo. What did I say?
You said it's a mini-series called something
What?
with Jonathan Hickman and Greg Capullo.
Yeah, what's the name of the Wolverine series?
I was reading chat.
Wolverine,
Colon.
Revenge.
Ah. Interesting. Wolverine, Revenge. And then we're also going to have the Saladin Ahmed
High Serenity.
book. And then we're also going to have... Wolverine's going to be in Uncanny?
Yes. Wolverine is on the Uncanny team.
So we have Wolverine's book, Wolverine's mini, and he's going to be on Uncanny.
And
this man doesn't sleep. Oh, and he's in Wolverine, isn't he?
He's in and he's also in another Wolverine mini that's current. Issue 1 came out last week called Wolverine Deep Cuts.
Yes, Wolverine Deep Cuts.
Yeah.
Wait, is Wolverine Deep Cuts main continuity? Or is
Yeah.
it like this time period?
It takes place
Sorry,
between...
not main continuity. Is it like this timeline?
Yes,
This era.
it takes place between Uncanny X-Men 246 and 251.
246 and 251.
It's by Claremont, and he's
Oh.
just like, oh, here's what Wolverine was doing during that
Yeah,
time.
oh yeah. No, I think I have that one. Oh no, I have Madripoor Nights.
You have Madripoor Nights.
I don't have Deep Cuts though. I should
No.
get that one. But so that's also a flashback.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
also,
then, so that's fine.
also a flashback.
I was just saying he's not doing it like right now, right? Like, I'm just like, man, Wolverine's busy. What's your favorite classic comic? Hey, Robbie. Favorite classic comic?
And Serenity with a 7-stream streak. Let's go.
I would probably say I really love Dazzler. I mean, I really love Sandman, too. Sandman classic?
Classic Sandman might be your favorite.
But I mean, not classic, because that's like
Oh,
50s.
I guess.
But I mean, it's still classic, I would say. Yeah, I mean, Sandman's one of my favorite comics of all time. One of my favorite stories of all time. So, yeah.
Can Wanda pull a No More Wolverines? Says Serenity.
More Wolverine.
Also, Duncan Mallory is Nightcrawler in anything. He is my fave. Nightcrawler will be in the
yeah.
Uncanny team. Uncanny X-Men. Coming out next month.
That's my team. Gail Simone, I'm excited.
It'll be...
and Dazzler.
Rogue-
Dazzler's one of my favorites.
Rogue, Gambit, Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Jubilee, I believe is the team.
Isn't Daken going to be Wolverine now? Daken is Wolverine, yeah.
Yeah.
But Wolverine was in the comic.
He's like a background character in the comic. He's
yeah,
there.
he's like around, and then people
secondary
thought
character.
like Wolverine was Wolverine, but then Wolverine is Daken. That was a whole thing in that comic. Sorry, spoilers maybe for people that haven't read that. I haven't read it. I just know about it.
Also, Duncan, I am
But I want to
also
read
a
it. It actually
huge
sounds good.
Kurt fan. So anything
really
with
good
Kurt,
art.
I read. Okay,
Okay.
let's move
Yeah,
along.
let's talk about Hulk. But we can talk about X-Men forever. So if you guys want to keep talking about X-Men, feel free.
Yep.
Serenity, congrats on your 7-stream streak. Did you already say that?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll switch. Let me turn on the light. So we have Incredible Hulk here.
Blood Hunt #1.
Blood Hunt #1.
This is a great
Can
issue.
How many pages can I turn in this?
You can go. It's fine.
You're my Hulk person. So
Thank you for being here, Serenity. So, you got the Blood Hunt tie-in. You got the Hulk. You got vampires. What more can you ask for? It's pretty great. And if you're not reading this Incredible Hulk run right now, and you like horror, what are you doing? You really got to jump into this. Horror Hulk fighting like eldritch monsters. I just finished the arc where, I mean, I was gonna spoil it, but he's fighting angels, he's fighting demons, he's fighting like myths come back to life, and he just wants to be left alone in classic Hulk style, but he just keeps tripping and stumbling into like these horror arcs, and it's great.
So cool. There's Peter.
Yeah, this is some of my favorite art as well.
I really like this art a lot.
Mm-hmm. This is the mainline artist as well. It's not like the one shot isn't just like they didn't bring in a guest artist. Get that child in there.
Look at that face. Look at the face.
Someone save this child. See, look at those vampires. They heard you. They're helping him out.
They're helping him out. Oh, goodness. Look at them. Look at this guy. Look at that pose. Strike a pose. Mm-hmm. Dang.
Hello, Danny. I had to jump away for a minute. Did I miss the One Piece talk? No, One Piece is still coming. Don't worry. You're safe.
One Piece is still coming. I actually didn't grab my One Piece. I guess I could. I think I talked... When did I talk about it? Didn't I... I talked about it during my 16-hour stream. We could talk about it again.
Is it Danny Earls? Oh, it is Danny Earls.
Yeah.
Holy shit. His stuff is so close to Klein. I didn't even realize. I thought it was just Klein for a second there.
Oh. Oh, it's not Klein.
No, it's Earls. He subs for Nick Klein.
Okay.
Says ChemDog.
Cool.
I couldn't have... I thought it was Klein for sure.
Cool. Well, that's Incredible Hulk. I am not...
Flip it. Yeah.
I'm not reading Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
I'm very excited about everything Blood Hunt. And...
This is a one-shot. Just came out. If you were ever thinking of trying Hulk or jumping in at any point, great place to start. It's a quick little Hulk horror story. Pretty much sums up the entire feel and theme of the current run.
This is going to be my next thing, actually, that I'm going to be getting into, other than keeping up with X-Men stuff.
Hulk?
Not Hulk, but just Blood Hunt stuff. I want to catch up on, like, everything Blood Hunt.
Oh, yeah. All the tie-ins for Blood Hunt as well are fantastic. I was not expecting that. I usually kind of stay away from too many tie-ins when it comes to big comic events. But the Blood Hunt stuff's been really good. Everyone brought their A game.
Christopher's asking, didn't Sabretooth kill Daken? It's complicated.
Like 100 years ago in comic book time.
Yeah, it's complicated. If that you
sorry.
I was gonna say I think recently I thought that happened, didn't it? But isn't that why Helverine happens? That
is why.
That's why Helverine happens.
Daken is a Ghost Rider, no?
Yeah, so that actually ties into Helverine, and that's kind of explained in there. So if you're like, that doesn't make any sense, it's all explained in Helverine.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. But yes, that's why people didn't think that Helverine would be Daken, and why Wolverine is surprised when he finds out that it is Daken.
Okay, here's the thing. Just quickly before you jump into Scarlet, because I know you want to talk about Scarlet. But for those who don't know, Daken basically got chopped up into little pieces by Sabretooth.
Yes.
At the end of the Krakoan Wolverine run, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh my God, Daken's dead." It's like, well, why don't you just stitch him back together? They did that to Frank Castle, a human man, and it brought him back to life.
Yeah.
Why not do it to the guy with the healing factor?
No,
he's dead. He's gone.
Mourn him. He's dead.
Someone stitched him back together. Now he's fine. His head's on fire. Who could have guessed? Anyway, Scarlet. Another G.I. Joe book you're not reading.
Another G.I. Joe book that I will be reading soon. I'm very excited to read this. I also love this cover. Gosh, the cover is straight fire. Look, I'm slowly catching up to my reading now that I have a little bit more time. I've been reading
Frankencastle's so goofy.
And it's been great. And also listening to audiobooks and also reading books. It's been a lovely time of reading. Actually, I want to do a short about reading books because that's how much I love reading books. But yes, wow, some intense stuff happening in here. Dang. Man, I'm so excited to check this out. This looks sick. So yeah, you know, Scarlet's out here just being a badass, I'm pretty sure is what this book is about. Pretty sure that's what I know about Scarlet right now. I don't know much, but I know I'm excited to read it. And I know that even just from those first few pages, you know, it's kind of giving me Black Widow vibes in a good way.
Well, they also showed off...
but Kelly Thompson's also written Black Widow, hasn't she?
I think so.
I think she wrote Black Widow.
I don't want to guarantee that because I can't think on that right now. Can't remember. Wait. Have either one of you ever heard of the 2-issue short series called Marvel Ruins? Yes. Both read Ruins. We've also both... Excuse me. I don't know how you feel about Ruins. I think it's a fun story. I don't think it's a good story, personally.
Ruins? I think it's an interesting story. I think it is mostly capitalizing on the idea of shock factor. But I think the concept of it is very interesting.
Yeah.
Ruins. I like every time I go back to Ruins, I'm like, oh no, not this again. That's my reaction.
Oh, Serenity said that Kelly did write Black Widow before. Okay,
yeah,
I thought so, but I didn't want to say like
Widow.
100% yes. Also, yeah, there's the comment.
They've been rivaling the big two. Energon, yeah, 100%.
Oh,
100%.
Energon's so
been
good.
so good. So I mean, and I've been collecting all the G.I. Joe. Duck's been collecting all the Transformers.
Yep.
And I can't wait for
and Void Rivals over here on my end.
more to.
But they just announced the G.I. Joe
stuff
comic.
with Cobra Commander and the Transformers and how everything's like weaving.
And,
oh, that's so cool. That's so cool.
The new G.I. Joe comic is finally coming. They were just doing the single character one-shots for a while. Or not one-shots, mini-series. So they did Duke, Cobra Commander, Scarlet. They're doing a Destro series as well. And now they're finally doing the G.I. Joe book. But before it gets too far, Serenity. I've been busy, so focusing on my fitness. I haven't been watching TV or reading comics.
Well, you should, if you can. One of my favorite things to do is to actually like work out and read books.
Yes.
But it depends on what your workout routine is like, as to if that's possible for everyone. I like to walk and read, but I also know not everyone can do that. I love to walk and read. And then the other thing I would say is that I've also like done treadmills and ellipticals and like put like a comic.
Klaatu Baradu Nektu, thank you for
Whoa,
following
thanks for
the
following
channel.
on Twitch. Appreciate you.
Also, thanks for having an amazing Evil Dead reference for a name.
Thoughts on Ghost Machine titles? I need to read some more Ghost Machine stuff, but Duck's been reading Ghost Machine. I'm all caught
up. I'm going to jump into Ghost Machine.
I need to read Redcoat, and I need to read Rook.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into Ghost Machine in a sec, but Sasha from Casually Comics said the tie-ins, or Serenity said, Sasha from Casually Comics said, the tie-ins are more integral to Blood Hunt than the plot of the main series.
Interesting.
So the main series is very much like
I could see that.
The summary of all the things that happen.
Honestly, though,
in
I kind of feel like that is how a main series should be.
No, like even more so in the sense of like, oh, we got a posture check from Paula.
Posture check.
Oh, see, just Rob, Duck is so young he does not know the day the Earth stood still. I knew it was from something else, but the first thing that came to my mind was Evil Dead. I knew it was from something else, and a hydrate that we missed.
Oh, hydrate.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Blood Hunt is way more so like each issue is like, hey, so where was Black Panther? Oh, he was off doing all these things in the tie-ins. Didn't you read them? Like that's how the main issues feel. But now, to go back over here to YouTube chat, Ghost Machine, it's all great. Geiger, fantastic. Redcoat, really funny, also fantastic. Rook Exodus, the best one. If you have to pick one of any of the three, get Rook Exodus.
But this also isn't all of what we're getting yet. Like, there's still books that haven't
We're getting
come
more.
out.
We're getting
and the horror series sounds like it's going to be.
Yeah,
really
Hyde
good.
Street just got
Hyde
announced. Their
Street?
horror series.
I'm excited for
Horror's
that.
coming back, big time.
Yeah.
And it's coming in October, and that also looks fantastic.
Also, Derek, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. And apropos of nothing, thank you so much for subscribing on YouTube. Welcome on in. We got a stretch.
We got a stretch. We got a Viper victim. We got a don't remember. I can stretch and read sometimes, but taking classes at the gym, so I can't read when I'm just burnt out.
That's fair.
I don't know why I'm talking like this for Serenity, but
I don't know.
I got a break day on Sunday. I'm just gonna do yoga. Nice.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Read as much as you can. Just nerd out.
Mm-hmm.
Which Joe was your favorite? Says Matt. Me.
I think Scarlet's definitely up there for me, but I also really love.
You know my favorite.
Your favorite?
Yeah.
Snake?
It's Mr. Bottom Massage, man.
What's his name? Can't remember now.
Yeah, he's the Bottom Massage, man. Bottom Massage.
No, what's his actual name?
Heavy Duty.
Heavy Duty?
I don't know if it's Heavy Duty. Roadblock. Thank you, Chemdog.
Roadblock.
Always catching
Thank
me.
you. Thank you.
Ira Brown. Yay, Ira.
Cheer with my bottle of water with you guys. Also love you guys. Love your guys' breakdown here. Thank you so much, Ira, and thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you. That's so kind of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say, who is... I mean, I really love Scarlet, but there's definitely other Joes that I love. I'm drawing a blank here.
Quick Kick.
Quick Kick? Oh, I do love Quick Kick, actually. Quick Kick is one of them.
Quick Kick's pretty great.
No, but there's someone else, and I want to say they're, like, kind of goofy.
Pork chop sandwiches?
No, not pork chops. I mean, yeah, who else do I love?
Jotaro Kujo? He's my favorite Joe.
Joe is not. No, not that JoJo.
Not
JoJo. JoJo's not in there. Horror.
Actually,
have you
it'd be
ever
Joseph
checked out
Joestar.
any older horror comics like Tales from the Crypt or something crazy like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac? I have definitely not checked out Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Shipwreck.
But I used to watch Tales from the Crypt on TV, the show, that adaptation of it, and I have read some classic Vampirella, and I like it.
Chris says my top 3 favorites are Scarlet, Duke, and saving the best for last, Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is pretty great.
Snake Eyes is pretty cool.
I will though say that I've always been more of like the villain guy, so I like Storm Shadow more.
I love
as a
the
kid.
Baroness.
You love the Baroness.
Love the Baroness. And also now Baroness is a Joe?
Yeah, she's a Joe now.
She's a Joe. It's crazy. Watchmen Chapter 1 trailer. We would love a reaction trailer. I'm going to film that after.
It's coming.
We got you, Christopher.
Getting
My
filmed
day
right after
today
this.
has been wake up, stream, do a back end, go to a photo shoot, come back, read comics in preparation for this stream, finish this stream, film a reaction. I got some OF stuff. I got some photos, and I got a video I'm going to put up.
Who was asking about Ghost
then
Machine, by the way? 'Cause
probably
we
some
got
more
Ghost
work,
Machine.
and then go to bed. Do we have to watch something today? What's today?
No, I have to edit though.
No, but isn't something come out? It's Wednesday. No.
Wednesday. No.
Thursday's The Boys?
The Boys.
The Boys. I need to film all my Boys reviews, guys. We can talk about The Boys. We can talk about Acolyte. Acolyte happened yesterday.
Acolyte did happen.
If you guys want to talk about Acolyte, I really want to talk about it.
I want to talk about Ghost Machine.
Okay, let's talk about Ghost Machine first.
This is issue 4, so I don't want to spoil too
Yeah,
much.
let me know what I can turn to.
I haven't checked it out yet, but
Also, where is Junkyard Joe?
he's coming.
I want Junkyard Joe.
Not Junkyard Joe.
That's a guy.
No, that's the Atomic Knight. So
I don't want that. I want Junkyard Joe. Give him to me. Baroness is number 1. 100% Woke Dragon. I love Baroness. The guy in charge of What Ifs is going to be the showrunner for X-Men 97 Season 3. We were just talking about that before stream. Yep.
Alpine and Bazooka.
Yep. Mixed feelings about that one, I think, a little bit. But overall, I do like What If, so I think that could be good.
I mean, we were discussing this before stream,
Duck
but
is more apprehensive, I think, than I am.
I didn't like... And we can also talk about The Boys, Critter Nation. Amanda's watched The Boys. I still haven't seen season 4.
Duck's behind.
I'm behind.
I'm completely up to date on it.
Yeah, sorry, we were talking about the
Just Rob,
writer.
thank you so much for the Prime. We'll spin the wheel for you in a moment after we finish talking about Gaiga. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can use your Prime in one spot, and you chose here, and that means a lot to me. So thank you.
Yeah, so just showing off the art.
Dracopedia, that's so exciting.
Geiger's really good. It's a cool post-apocalyptic story with some nice twists. The art is amazing.
The art's gorgeous. Is this Fabic?
This is Gary Frank.
Gary Frank.
Yeah.
Is Fabic doing one of these books?
Fabic's doing Rook.
Rook.
Yes.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah, I do like Gary Frank's art here. Looking good.
Yeah, the details are top notch as per usual.
Tooth. Look at that tooth. Look at it. Beautiful. Just want to focus on that.
Just Rob said Snake Eyes is like Wolverine, overused.
Snake Eyes, yeah, this is probably true. But Snake Eyes is a great character, so I think that's why he gets overused, like Wolverine.
You just got to know where to look for the good Snake Eyes stories.
My camera does not want to focus again. I ruined it with the tooth. I'm sorry.
Oh, you brought it in. You brought it in for the tooth. Couldn't handle the tooth.
There we go. All right. It focused again. Yeah.
Just Rob, I subscribed in the middle of an ad break. Oh, no.
Oh,
well,
no.
We got it. Don't worry.
We got you. If you refresh, the ad should, I think, disappear. If you just refresh the browser. Oh, he probably can't hear us. But if you say, refresh the browser, if you type that into chat, it should save Rob from the ads.
Also, ChemDog, I just read one of the newer Larry Hama issues, and the Dreadnoks are back. I'm so excited.
I wonder if DC will be at SDCC with the premiere of Crisis Part 3 animated movie. Maybe. I mean, I definitely am very curious to see what Doctor Who news is going to be there. I wasn't even thinking about that, but you make a good point. Trekopedia was saying Doctor Who is going to be at SDCC, and the belief is they'll announce spin-offs and maybe... Hey, Junkyard Joe!
The hardcover comes out in September.
Oh, I need to get that.
You should pre-order it.
I should pre-order it. Wait, let me just turn this light off. Doctor Who going to be at SDCC, and the belief is... whoa, let me just switch the cameras. And the belief is they're going to announce spin-offs and maybe the Christmas special and the next season. Yeah, the Doctor Who, the Whoverse we're building.
Yeah, I would imagine that the thing is coming out, the Christmas special.
Christmas special, yeah, we might get a sneak peek of that. I'm very excited for all the stuff that's going to be at SDCC. And yeah, I don't know what DC will be announcing in terms of animated films and stuff like that, but probably have a lot of stuff going on. Comics, animated, movies. If Wolverine only talked as much as Snake Eyes, says Woke Dragon. You don't like when Wolverine talks? You think Wolverine should be seen and not heard? I don't know, bub. I like when Wolverine talks. I think a lot of the companies like Marvel and DC will be announcing a ton at SDCC to make up for the strikes from last year, says Trekopedia. I agree, but I hope they don't, like, overdo it. Because, you know, oversaturating...
Martha Jones spinoff?
What?
Martha Jones spinoff?
We should spin the wheel for Rob.
Yes. You spin the wheel?
Is Rob back from the ad breaks?
Rob is back. Tubi has classic Doctor Who. Some parts of the episodes are animated.
Oh, did you not hear... Did you say... Just Rob said I did not hear my name.
Oh, yeah. We caught it. You were in an ad break.
Yes.
Yes.
We did. We said thank you.
Did call it out.
And I said, thank you for using your Prime. You can only use your Prime once, and you chose here, and that means a lot to me, in case you missed that. And now we spin the wheel for you.
A lot of major spoilers in Ultimates.
So maybe we shouldn't open it.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick. But
I'm so excited to read this.
This is a really cool series in the sense that it's like the Avengers, but if everything that they did for, like, the greater good, in their opinion, is actually ruining the world somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a lot of
so I'm behind on Ultimates, but I just read the free comic book day the other day. Catching up all my free comic book days.
Like,
and gosh, that preview's so good in there. Oh, it's so good.
Like, for example, one of the things that happens in this issue is they have to go in to save a super who's basically being tortured for their power. But if they remove them from the power grid, a bunch of other people are going to die because they're powering hospitals and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
So it's like, what do you choose? What do you do here?
What do you choose? What do you do here? I would love if Martha Jones came back, by the way, Trekopedia for Doctor Who. I think that would be really cool.
Well, just Rob, we're saying it again.
I'm going to gift a sub in your honor on Twitch.
Do it.
Can you just put that back for me? That's not shallow, Rob. I feel like I love it too. I love when I'm in someone else's stream and they say my name.
I'm going to set up the fan.
Makes me feel seen.
In the other room.
Yeah.
So we have a cold room.
Yeah, that's fair. It's really warm. It's really warm in here.
I'm sweating.
It's really hot.
In front of these lights.
It's like 26. I'm very happy that I'm wearing a crop top and a skirt today. Feels needed. It's steamy in here. That's the life. That's the life with the no AC. Honestly, we should like open a window maybe. Congrats, Steven PO64. Welcome on in to the Fang Gang. That is a gifted sub for you. Courtesy, kind of Just Rob, who got me to spin the wheel, and that's what we got. So, Just Rob, thank you so much again for using your Prime. Rapala has redeemed a hydrate, Duck.
I will drink.
Christopher says, X-Men 97 did so well. What do you think about Marvel making Spider-Man 98? Do you think it would make the same impact? I think many people have been talking about how much they want that. So yes, I think if they did a good job with it, it would have the same impact. I think a lot of people are like, do you think they'll do it? Would it make sense? And I'm like, well, I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. And I feel like they've been alluding to it a lot. So I definitely think that's the thing they want to do. A lot of the people that have been involved with the original Spider-Man, the 90s animated series, I shouldn't say original because original is, I think, my 60s series that I like. But what I will say is I feel like those people said they haven't been contacted yet, but I think that's definitely going to happen. Maybe like next year. Get that? I also don't know if I believe that they're telling the truth.
Sorry.
And they've all said they're down to do it, so.
I just needed to stand in front of a full blast fan for a second.
I had the fan on earlier. You probably could have had it on. Just don't point it towards our mic. The heat wave in England is basically USA room temp. Yeah, the heat wave here has been pretty brutal, honestly. We've had like severe heat warnings all week, and it's only now just starting to break a bit because it's been raining.
Yeah.
But it's warmer in my apartment than it is outside. And I think it is like 26 degrees Celsius in here right now. Just like standardly.
Yeah, 26 degrees. Mm-hmm. Which is, what's that in Fahrenheit?
I don't know. 26 degrees Fahrenheit? 80 something?
There you go.
It's a weird conversion. 78?
It's currently 78 degrees in this room.
Yep.
Oh no, Cherry. I hope you're feeling better. I know how much a migraine can be just debilitating.
Oh no, Cherry, do you have another migraine? That sucks. Robbie's saying X-Men 97 animation was somehow worse than the old cartoon. Why do you say that? I feel like it was better than the old cartoon. For sure.
I don't know. If you watch some of those older episodes, animation's a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have as much of a budget as they do now, right?
No.
They had to work on a shoestring budget. Sometimes they had to reuse stuff. And also, I mean, I think some people just prefer that look, though, because I was saying I think it looks really flat, the classic style. Now, not to knock it, I do like it. But what I was saying before was I was like, it just feels like nothing had as much dimension as it does in the new, in X-Men 97.
Yeah.
But then other people were saying, I thought it had way more dimension. And I'm like, that's interesting, because I saw that as very flat looking. Like, people were talking about just the curves on people, and I was like, I feel like everyone looked like a board, like a rectangular board.
I'm just going to speed through some of these real quick, because
speed through them.
I just have like a couple things to say, really. Transformers from the Energon Universe, it's great. Read it. If you like Transformers, if you don't like Transformers, I went in with zero expectations, because I'm not a big Transformers person, like comics-wise, and I love this. Uh-oh, prepare to be rated. Venom, currently doing Venom War. Marvel needs to stop doing wars, because it's getting to be a lot.
Robbie, the new animation was hand-drawn.
Yep.
Yeah, it was hand-drawn. Hand-drawn versus computer, you're saying? I believe there has to be computer elements in it.
There is.
But there's digital in it, but it is hand-drawn. The studio, if you look it up, the studio that they went with is a hand-drawn animation studio.
Hello, Raiders from Lucy.
That's what they're known for. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Lucy. How was the rest of your stream? How was all the games? I hope everybody had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Also, Conan.
I had fun playing Among Us with you guys.
Fun comic. Read it.
Giving a little shout out to Lucy. If you guys don't already follow my friend Lucy McPhee, you should do it over on Twitch. You can also do it on YouTube. If you look up Lucy McPhee, her stuff will come up. She's awesome. I'm also going to shout out my guest, actually, UptownDuck. You can find UptownDuck on YouTube and on Twitch.
I do nothing right now, but soon things are coming.
Not traditionally hand-drawn. What do you mean when you say that?
They had pen and paper and they drew it.
They hand drew it. It's hand drawn.
There's a whole making of documentary that's available.
Yeah, you can look into it if you want to see more of it. The new showrunner said they scaled back on the animation and the detail. Where did they say that? I haven't read that or heard it anywhere, but where did you hear that, Robbie? Let me know. Let me know. Give me articles. Give me things to watch, and I will watch them. But
welcome
I haven't heard
everyone.
it. Welcome on in, Raiders. Everybody had a good time, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing lots of lurks and lots of hanging out. Lucy, go do your thing, by the way. Take care of yourself. I'm sure you also have other work to do, but also you deserve to rest, so please do that. Robert saying, love Transformers. Read the very first trade for Energon Universe. Found it very boring.
Really?
Interesting. What did you find boring about it, Robert? Tell us more.
Yeah,
Duck loved it.
I thought it was a perfect starting point.
Transformers issue number 1? Or do you mean the first trade for Energon? So would that be Void Rivals or?
No, volume 1. They just released a collection of issues,
Transformers.
Issues 1 through 5 or 1 through 6, I believe.
Huh. I find it very graphic. That's how I would describe it. Lots of people getting smushed by Transformers. Trekipedia says, everyone give Amanda and Deck a thumbs up, subscribe, and share, and believe in Joe Hendry. Oh, yeah, Trekipedia was asking, also, did you like Money in the Bank? And said, I definitely believe in Joe Hendry.
Everyone should believe in Joe Hendry. The world should believe in Joe Hendry.
So, we are going to talk a little bit about Thank you so much for the lurk, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
All I'll say about Money in the Bank...
oh, this cover is going to be interesting.
Good event. I enjoyed it.
I might have to turn this light off, actually.
You just got to change the light.
To what?
Well, it was orange. You had it on... Yeah, you had it on orange.
It's because when I turn it off, it just changes the setting.
Just go to the next page.
It's hard to show a foil. Yeah.
Because it's the...
Anyways, it's a foil, but there's the cover. In non-foil form, because my lights can't capture.
Yeah, all I'll say about Money in the Bank, that botch in the main event...
I'm really excited to read this.
Was rough.
Duck
I feel bad for everyone.
picked this up just for me. Because I like Doctor Who, and I'm very excited to read it, and I love the cover, and I love that it's a foil. Oh my gosh. World exclusive, gold edition. Very exciting. I'm still not sure how I feel about the new Dr. Sonic. I feel like it's so weird. Wow, I really like this art, actually. Everyone must go. Everyone must go. This looks interesting. Oh my gosh, they went to like a space shopping mall? I love a space shopping mall. I need to go to the shopping mall, actually. We were just talking about this earlier today. And now the mall is coming to me via Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm. Here it comes.
Very cool. Yeah, I don't want to get too much into this because I don't want to like spoil it for anybody or myself.
As you say as you continue to turn the pages.
Just one more page. But I do like this art. This looks pretty fun. I'm excited to check this out. I also like how the Doctor's in his like actual costume, which people were saying this Doctor like doesn't have a costume, and then at the end he went back to it, and I was like, finally, there we go. Hopefully he wears it a little bit more. I mean, I guess he's been wearing variations of it.
I agree, Trekipedia. I feel like the briefcase...
They're gonna redesign his Sonic again.
Again.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like the briefcase needs some time off. It's been a lot.
Yeah, I think what I didn't like about it is it's very different. But that being said, I did like Capaldi's Sonic sunglasses, and I know not everyone was into that, so to each their own.
I was out by that point.
It just doesn't look like a screwdriver at all. But we still call it a screwdriver?
Did you want to give a quick recap?
Sonic Disc.
We talked about Heir to Apocalypse DiCarlo, but because you were the one who recommended it, Amanda, you can give a brief synopsis on your thoughts.
Oh, yes, I can talk about it again. Christopher is also saying, Duck, check out the classic 1-2-3 Kid versus Bret Hart fight. It's the best I've ever seen.
Saying that as if I haven't already watched that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Duck's probably watched that. But
one of the matches that put 1-2-3 Kid on the map. I'm
going to take your word for it, because I don't know who 1-2-3 Kid is. I'm going to be real with you guys. My knowledge of wrestling is limited, although I have watched and enjoyed wrestling. I will say that. Eric, congrats on the 3-stream streak. Did you already say that?
No, I must have.
Oh, okay. Congrats on the 3-stream streak. Thanks for streaking on through. Ira says, NXT was better than MITB, to be honest. Money in the Bank. Great weekend. Wish I was in Toronto for WWE. Also, love the water bottle, Amanda. Thank you so much.
That's 123.
123 kid. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the super chat, Ira. Appreciate you.
He's also X-Pac. He's also Six in WCW. He has many names. Sean Waltman.
Many names. Victor, thank you so much for the follow over on Twitch. And yes, to give you my...
I made a film with China.
My summary of Heir of Apocalypse. Heir to Apocalypse? Heir of Apocalypse? Heir to Apocalypse?
Heir of Apocalypse.
Heir of Apocalypse. So, the one thing I said was that I wasn't able to get it physically at this time. I had to get it digitally because my comic shop was completely out of it, including the new issue and all the back issues. So, we're going to get it soon. Might have to get it in a trade. I don't know if I'll be able to get singles, but I'm going to try next time we go. But what I will say is this. It is definitely a comic that was released this year. I like the idea of Heir to Apocalypse more than I think I like the execution of Heir to Apocalypse. Without going into spoilers, I will say that I feel like there are some disservices that are being done to characters that have had evolutions throughout the Krakoan era that I think are being completely written off at this point. Now, granted, that doesn't mean that someone might not bring it back around or that Fox might not bring it back around in these next 2 issues. As I have not read issue 3, I read issues 1 and 2. I am interested in reading issue 3 though because it's Apocalypse versus Angel, which I think is going to be really cool. But I just don't really, I just feel like there's so many characters that are kind of being done a disservice that I like, and that I would like to see their evolutions honored a little bit more. And that's basically kind of how I feel about it. It's an interesting idea. I just wish the execution was...
Oh, Indie Shark,
better.
first time chat. Such a weird time for X titles.
It is a new time for X titles, right? We're kind of in this in-between transitionary period as we move from one era to the next. I think X-Men is actually doing a pretty good job of carrying the legacy forward while also giving us a fresh start. But I think Heir hasn't done that as much for me.
Of the new stuff, the new X-Men book is great. But there are a lot of stuff of the in-between, like Krakoa and
Age of
this
Apocalypse.
new
No,
From the Ashes.
Heir.
Yeah.
Heir. But AOA is also a thing.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is like really rough. Especially Heir to Apocalypse, in my opinion.
Yeah, Heir to Apocalypse is a new comic. I don't know if you were here when we talked about it, Trekopedia, but it's a new comic that's about Apocalypse getting an heir because Apocalypse is going to be on Arakko. Basically, it was like kind of left Earth and also kind of was told, like, don't be here anymore. So Apocalypse is like, I'm going to get an heir. I'm going to choose some mutants. They're going to have a contest. Initially tries to get his heralds to be the heir, but they both say no. And that's Sunfire and Angel. And Heir to Apocalypse, in case you weren't aware. And if you were aware and you were just saying AOA just for funsies, then my apologies for mansplaining that to you, or woman-splaining that to you. Nerd-splaining. Let's just say that. That way it's not gendered. I like that better.
Cherry, take care of yourself. Just enjoy laying in bed, have some water, stretch out, do what you gotta do.
What's DiCarlo saying?
Where are we going?
I don't know. Recap me on this chat. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, hold on.
Looks like a lot was happening in your chat while I was saying that.
Yeah, the new X-Men. I am excited about the X-Men, something I would not have thought I would be saying, to be honest.
Same.
Says Amusing Streamer.
Same.
But they got the creative teams on point for the main series.
Same.
Yeah, we went over the first issue earlier. It's really fun. Good good jumping on point.
And I can't wait for Uncanny
sure.
next month. It's going to be really good, I think.
Yeah, so what happened to Evan? Because I was wondering that as well. When did he die?
Evan Sabanur?
Yeah.
Did he die?
Because I felt like he wasn't around in Krakoa.
He wasn't.
So yeah, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but
he wasn't.
I feel like at some point he was just dead.
No problem, Trekopedia. KO Joe, hello! It's membership renewal time. Awesome. Well, thank you. If you renew, happy to have you back in. If you renew in the stream, we have our wheel. We will spin the wheel for every sub member, every gifted sub or member. We spin the wheel for those as well.
Yeah, Indie Shark. I also really enjoyed the first issue. It was going to be an uphill battle. I agree with coming off the back of Krakoa. Hey, Indie Shark, thank you for subscribing.
We need Amanda to nerd-splain the Venomverse with
Appreciate
no help
you.
from Duck. I can't do that for you, Woke Dragon.
The Venomverse?
The Venomverse?
Oh, good luck. That's a video.
I took a gander into the Venomverse. I feel like if I actually go fully into the Venomverse, I might lose my mind. I took a peek into the Venomverse at one point, and how did that go, Duck?
God,
Remember when I read that one issue?
You look like you were about to fall into another universe.
I looked like I was ready to jump off the Venomverse
Yeah,
bridge.
he was never there, right? Yeah, he was just gone. He died
Yeah,
in Age
he
of
was
X-Men.
never there. Oh, he died in Age of X-Men.
But is that one of those things like if you die in Age of X-Men, you die in real life?
Do you really die in real life? Yeah, because Age of X-Men was kind of in its own pocket universe, right?
Yeah,
Did it affect the main continuity like that?
Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with chat here as fast as I can.
Right. I think there's a Prime as well. Indie Shark, thank you so much for
Yes, Indie
subscribing
Shark.
with Prime.
He gets a spin.
We will spin the wheel for you.
Evan died in a pocket
You get a
universe
spin, my
and simply
friend.
dropped. Yeah, what the fuck? What the hell? Way too many symbiotes. I feel like it goes from a point of like, there's like no symbiotes, and then there's like a million symbiotes.
A respan. And then what did they even do with those new symbiotes, those alternate Venoms?
Well, they're all going to war right now.
I remember when they...
When they killed them all for no reason to be like, hey, Carnage is cool. Let's have
And then
him
they're
kill.
like, anyways, let's have a Venom war with all these alternate Venom. I'm like, wait, I thought we killed everyone. I'm so confused.
No, they're back.
The back, we killed them to bring them back. It's Amanda's choice.
Indie Shark says
What do I wanna
Venomverse
pick?
is like the pocket to the pocket universe. My only experience with Venomverse is Red Goblin, Misery, and Black Widow. I can't believe Black Widow has a symbiote now. I think that's wild.
Do you want to do a random comic page? It was Amanda's choice, so I get a pick.
All right, you want to read a random comic page?
Yeah, do you want to grab a random comic? You can either grab from the pile of comics that are everywhere in my apartment or something that we just got. Maximum Carnage was still the best. I would say, yeah, Maximum Carnage is really good. I did also like Absolute Carnage. Is that what it was called?
Absolute Carnage, yep.
Absolute Carnage.
That's probably my favorite Carnage story.
Yeah, but Maximum Carnage is also
That
quite good.
and Carnage USA. Carnage USA is great.
is so good. Honestly, that's also a really great story. I'm sweaty. I'm a sweaty Betty. There's like literal rivulets. Rivulets? Is that right?
That is correct.
That word sounds made up. Locke, thank you so much for resubscribing. Happy 2 months. Happy 16 months total. What the heck? That's a long time.
Whoa, just Rob, it's been a while for you. If Scorpion was the last person to have the Venom symbiote.
Oh, it's been a minute. There's some other people.
Currently, it's... Yeah, for Venom itself, it's Dylan Brock, Eddie's son.
Robert H. says, I loved the Extreme Carnage book. Extreme Carnage. Which one was Extreme Carnage?
I gotta look that up.
I gotta think about that one. Also, friends, we're close to a hype train. If you feel like subbing or gifting or using bits, never any pressure, but it is a great time to do it because the higher up that we get on the hype levels, the more that our stream gets showcased by Twitch, so it does help us out here on the stream. But also, thank you for even getting us close to a hype train. That's always a delight.
Extreme Carnage was...
Oh!
That was the one right after
Right.
the Donny Cates run, with the return of Flash Thompson as Anti-Venom.
I think that one, for me, I haven't read all of it, but I feel like it's kind of mixed.
Yeah, Musing Streamer got it right here. Holy shit!
Whoa! DiCarlo coming in like a mad lad, as per usual.
I was trying to read chat,
Jeez,
and then...
and chat disappeared
Chat
from all
is
the
gone.
gifted subs. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Whoa! Also, we've not been updating this sub goal.
No.
We need to do that. But I also wanted to see...
That's why you need an automatic one.
Yes, I know. Duck was also on the... chat will like this. Duck was like, why don't you have one that updates automatically? And I'm like, because it doesn't update properly.
Yeah, Musing Streamer, I just picked it up today. I read
also,
X-Men
we
instead.
don't
I
have
just
a
haven't read
name
it
for
yet.
our sub baby. So if you have any ideas for our sub baby, since you've been subbed for more than 9 months, let me know and I'll add it to my little note.
Just shift this way. You don't have to go in. You can just go to the left. Yeah.
I'm hooked on this, so it's coming with me anyways. I can't wait till I have arms. I just want multiple arms so that things can be above us.
And a separate table for the comics.
Oh, but thank you so much, DiCarlo. Jesus Christ. 10 gifted subs. Wild. Thank you. Okay, let me, we're gonna spin the wheel. Gosh, it's hot in here, guys. Are you okay? I'm hot.
That's why I'm drinking so much water.
I know, I'm so thirsty. Okay.
Sweating like a whore in church over here. You drinking this Perrier? Because I'm gonna drink this
Andrew,
Perrier.
yes, I have a top. I'm wearing a top. Yes, yes. Lady Doc Ock. Is that someone that, is that like an alternate character that you like? Lady Doc Ock?
Well, there's Lady Doc Ock from Spider-Verse, but there's also Lady Octopus, who is a 616 character.
Yeah, there's a couple ladies. Lady Ox.
All right.
Apocalypse was around a lot in the Excalibur title at the beginning of the Krakoan era. After Ten of Swords,
Start you spinning.
he stayed in Amenth as a leader for a while. This is true, Geeky Andre. This is all true, what you say. Now he's just doing his Araco thing, you know? I gotta spin this 10 times. Oh, but I wanted to update the subs before I spin. Should I spin first or update the subs? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? Is that right? I think that's right. I think it was 14. 14. 14 subs. Pardon me, I'm just going to keep saying 14 so I don't forget. 8, 9, plus 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to count on my hands, don't judge me. 290. Numbers are not my forte. Okay, thank you so much. Let's spin this 10 times. A positive affirmation for DiCarlo. Wow. Everyone gets a symbiote. You get a symbiote, and you get a symbiote. That's basically what happened. Didn't Gwen have a symbiote too? Gwen did have a symbiote. You mean Earth 65 Gwen? She had one. MJ had a symbiote. She had Carnage.
Gwenpool.
Gwenpool had a symbiote. Everyone had symbiotes. Black Widow's got a symbiote. Everyone's got a symbiote right now. It's crazy.
Liz Allen's got a symbiote.
I've got a symbiote. We've all got symbiotes inside of us. Pick a comic. You get to pick a comic again, DiCarlo.
Yeah, Gwen still has a symbiote because she lost her powers, right?
Is there someone else that we missed spinning the wheel for? Did we spin the wheel for everyone else? We spun the wheel for Locke. Yes, we did. Right? Did we? We did.
Yes, we did.
Okay.
You gifted a sub.
Did I gift a sub for Locke? We had Locke and Indy. I don't think I spun for either of them. Didn't I gift the sub for... Wasn't that for Just Rob? I think we missed stuff.
I don't know anymore.
It's too hot for me to keep track. Oh, we did an Amanda's Choice. And I said read a random comic page. I can't. This is not working. I'm too warm.
Chemdog. Whoa.
Sorry.
Chemdog, you joke. But
What?
symbiotes wearing symbiotes is a thing that happened when they created the poisons.
The poisons, yeah. The poisons.
Which is a...
Just Rob, we spun, and it was the gift, and then I gifted. And then Indie Shark, it was the read a page. So we still have to spin for Locke as well.
The poisons was one of the dumbest things ever. That
So
was when I was gonna quit comics.
And then one
as
for
crazy
Locke.
as that sounds. I remember reading that and I was like, what is
Respin.
happening? One of the worst things I've ever seen.
I'm hot.
Imagine, yeah, a symbiote that can
choice.
only bond to you if you're already wearing a symbiote. That's essentially what it is.
Funny voice.
Black Vortex happened around the same time, which was terrible. I can't believe I own every issue of that shit. Ugh.
What is this one? Comic page. Read a random comic page. Oh. Sleeper is the bomb. Sleeper is the bomb.
I love Sleeper. Sleeper's the MVP.
True.
We can kill all symbiotes, but we keep the cat. Cat stays.
Kiki saying, I think Marvel has been using Thanos, Venom, and the symbiotes too much. They aren't scary anymore. I mean, Venom isn't supposed to really be scary at this point, because Venom's kind of like a good guy, kind of. I mean, I guess It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
I don't want to say.
Ukulele. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spins for you so far, DiCarlo. So I got to do 3 more. So I have a positive affirmation. We got to do 2 funny voices. You get to pick a comic for us to add to our poll for next time. We get to pick a thing, Amanda's choice. We're going to read a comic page, and we have a Yuku jam. And what else? Another ukulele jam. And another comic page. And wait, is that all of them? What is this one? Change the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, change the colors.
10.
Yep. And then for Locke.
Rob said, I don't know, sub
Squats.
baby.
Squats.
All right, do squats in this sweltering heat.
Rob said, I don't know, sub baby. I was saying for Locke and I, we have, for 9 months, you when you pass the 9-month mark, people call it a sub baby. Because you've been together for 9 months, you made a sub baby, and then you just name it. So, like, Evil Webline and I, our sub baby is Jezebel. Michael and me, our sub baby is Fangela. Piano Man and me is Famanda. Nick and me, we don't have a name yet. We're still deciding. Danny and me are Belladonna. And then just Rob, you and I, we made it Just Vamp McKnight. So that's the name of our sub baby. And Locke, let me know if you got a name.
Hold on.
And then can you just put this back for me?
Robert, where is Green Symbiote from? Because that sounds hilarious.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna read this page, a page from One Piece.
Yes, and yeah, Christopher, 100% agree that Carnage was weird, and then
we'll do all of these ones for DiCarlo, and then some
everything
squats.
afterward. It's like they just lost their minds. They're like,
and then we're done all our comics.
Yep, we went through.
I can talk about Volume 1 of One Piece.
Yes.
And then we'll talk a little bit about Acolyte, and then I think we gotta go because we're sweating balls.
Why don't we see symbiotes in space? Like, why isn't one bonding with Star-Lord or the Kree?
We do see them in space sometimes.
Yeah, so there's actually a pretty cool idea for a story
I'm so sweaty.
by Bendis during his...
Taking my ice pack.
Where did that come from?
I was sitting on it because I have the bite on my leg. Ow.
Yeah, so anyway, Bendis did a story where they go to the symbiote homeworld, and it's like, hey, there's all these symbiotes here, but it turns out they're all nice. Problem is, that story just wasn't good.
Hey, Serge. The wheel spin happens if you become a member or gift a membership on YouTube, or for people that are watching on Twitch, people that gift a sub is what we call it on Twitch, or that become a subscriber on Twitch. So yeah, if you become a member on YouTube, or if you gift a membership to somebody else, then we spin the wheel for you, and then it unlocks a cool thing, and then we do that thing, which is what we're going to do now for a little bit.
Yeah, Venom Space Knight days, that was a rough time for Cosmic Marvel. As a huge Cosmic Marvel fan, like a big, like, Abnett and Lanning Annihilation person, those were some dark days.
Christopher says, I agree, Duck. I thought Carnage was weird because it lived in his blood, but now I don't know what to think. None of us know what to think.
Did you start this volume yet?
Nope.
At all? All right, start from the beginning.
Oh, it says a random page.
Oh, random page.
That's why I just flipped to a random page, and I was just going to read it without context.
Well, I didn't want to spoil it, but...
Yeah, give me a random page, I guess, that doesn't spoil anything? I mean, I'm going to read this soon, so spoilers shouldn't be too bad. All right, so we'll switch cameras. We'll read... How many random comic pages do we have to read, actually?
2.
We got to read... Well, we have to read this one and then 2 more. Are we going to read them all from one, or do you want to grab a different book?
I might as well just go through one.
Okay. So we'll do 3 pages in here. Did DiCarlo pick a comic, by the way, for us? Or DiCarlo, did you also have a color that you would prefer? Was Pumped Up Kicks the comic? Oh, Pumped Up Kicks was probably the song that you wanted.
Pumped Up Kicks.
Yeah. Have you been keeping track?
Yuka knocking on heaven's door and Pumped Up Kicks.
Okay.
Were they darker than the Hulk and Rocket Raccoon fought killer space clowns? Oh, God.
very hard to type like this.
If you want me to do it, I'm right here.
It would be easier, but I feel like you're busy with chat. There you go. Okay. Now I just need to switch the camera.
How about Null? I thought Null was a good idea. I felt like it just didn't come together as well as it could have.
I thought it started out pretty strong.
I thought the idea of this
and
ancient...
the build-up to it was sick.
Ancient Indian... Ancient... I was going to say ancient Indian burial ground. Ancient symbiote space god. Dormant somewhere in space, and if we wake him, he's basically going to devour everything. I think that's a great premise for a story. And the build-up to it was also great. But when it came to the finale, I felt like everything just kind of went by really fast. Yeah, Chemdog Silver Surfer Black is a really good comic. Everyone go read it. The art is some of the best art for like any cosmic series I've ever seen. I believe it's Tradmore. Donny Cates does the story and Tradmore does the art. If you really like that story, you really like Tradmore's art, also check out Luther Strode and all the stuff he does with Luther Strode, because that's amazing. One of my favorite comics of all time.
Luther Strode is really good.
Luther Strode. Okay.
You good?
Ready to read?
All right, yeah.
Who's who?
I'm ready. I was ready whenever you were, but I was like, I don't want to interrupt what you're doing. Who's who? I don't know. Who do you want to be? Should I be Luffy?
You're usually Luffy.
I got a good voice for Luffy, I feel like. Partner? She's not my partner. Oh, can you not read it on the screen?
I gotta come over here. Hold on.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm just gonna back this up.
I can read it on the screen if you want to hold it here.
No, you hold it. If I go over your shoulder, I can read it.
Okay.
Oh, my foot.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Did I roll over it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Did I? I didn't think you put your foot underneath here.
Yeah, it's all good.
I was rolling forward.
Just,
because you were putting it over
yeah,
there.
Just walking it off. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. How are you supposed to get over here, though? I have to move, don't I?
I was going to go here. I can look over here.
I thought you were going to go here.
No.
Ugh. I bobbed, you weaved.
Okay.
So I was saying you should just sit and I'll read it on the screen. I can read on the screen. You can't read on the screen?
I can read it from here.
Okay. Partner? She's not my partner.
Not anymore, eh? Can't blame ya. She betrayed you after all. The punishment for trying to steal my treasure is severe. I've already decided what your fate shall be.
Are you gonna let me go?
That's right. I'm going to let you go. Of course I'm not going to let you go. Load the special buggy balls!
Hooray! Well, I guess they load the special buggy balls. Okay, find us another page.
Give them the buggy balls.
Why don't we just swap?
Oh, just keep going.
All right. Now, well, I guess I've already run over your foot, so it can't
Yeah,
get worse.
Can't get worse.
Wait for the camera to focus. All right. Oh, wait. Just the next
Yeah,
page?
just keep going.
Okay.
You got three pages,
Not really
right?
random pages, but
Three pages that you've never seen before.
it's true. They're random to me.
Buggy ball ready, Captain. Very well. Now for a demonstration of power.
Boom.
Dum, dum, dum.
Breathtaking. That would have leveled a smaller town. With these buggy balls and the special powers I got from eating the devil fruit, I'll rule the Grand Line!
There you go. That's 3 random pages. Sequentially. I hope you guys enjoyed that. How about Moon Knight issue 0 whenever that comes out? Moon Knight issue 0? I can do that. We can add that to the poll.
Yes. Fist of Khonshu? Let's do it. Oh, thanks, Kuma.
Alrighty then. Juan says, how about Null?
I answered that.
Yeah. You're welcome, Serge. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. If you want to check it out, that's what we do. That's the wheel. So we did the
Breathing
comics.
for the mic.
Positive
Yes.
Pardon?
I said, DiCarlo said breathing for the mic.
Breathing for the mic. Yeah, I could feel you. The power of your speech. I was like, I feel it on my head. Powerful.
I mean, if you're gonna do buggy, you gotta do it crazy.
You gotta do it right.
Everything is bold and in caps.
This is true. Well, a positive affirmation for you, DiCarlo.
Yep.
DiCarlo, as always, first of all, I want to start off by saying, DiCarlo, you are a complete mad lad. You are the official mad lad of the stream, and it is always appreciated having you here. You are appreciated, you are valued, and I'm really glad to have you as part of my community. Thanks for just being such a swell human, and also just for being such a cool person to talk about that has many knowledge of many things. Much knowledge of many things. That's, I think, how we say that. So, yes, you are appreciated, you are loved, you are valued, and thank you so much for being here with us. The stream would not be the same without you. I mean that. A little positive affirmation for you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to do some funny voices. 2 funny voices.
Lucy almost has 1K followers now, too.
Whoa, that's very exciting. 1K followers coming in hot. Always lovely to see.
Christopher says, I don't know much about Moon Knight. Is he given powers by a god, or is he insane? For a long time...
Depends on the writing.
Yeah, a long time it was like, is it this way, is it that way? Right now in this run, he is quite literally the fist of a god. Yeah.
Khonshu is how he gets his powers currently in the continuity.
DiCarlo said both, lol.
Yeah, it is kind of both. That is true.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Way late. When are the comic we don't really do like necessarily comic reviews. We kind of do like little highlights where we talk about what we're reading, what we just got, what we're excited about, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of reviews. It's not like a formal review.
But yeah, we already went through
through all our comics for today. Yeah, all of those. We talked about them, and then what we're going to be doing is we're probably going to be talking a little bit about Acolyte.
Talk about some shows
talk
right
about
now.
The Boys, and we have some wheel spins, so I'm doing those right now. Sacred Geek.
Oh, good idea, actually, Amusing Streamer. You should do some review shorts. Quick review shorts.
Ah, that is a good idea. And I'm probably going to do like a review of X-Men issue number 1 on the channel. I do want to talk about that. I still really want to talk about Ultimate X-Men. I want to do a video on that. I'm going to be talking about One Piece Volume 1. Oh, I can give my few cents on that. But let's do some funny voices first. We already picked the comic.
I feel like I did my funny voice already.
Doesn't count. That's part of reading the comic page. Hello. How are you?
You trying? Is that your funny voice?
Made you laugh, didn't it?
Carlo, I am a duck.
What just happened? Oh. This is my other funny voice. What do you think of that one? Duck, you have to do some funny voices. I did too. What do you mean I win? You didn't even try. I did 2 funny voices.
I don't really have like a funny voice.
Well, you can come up with one. I don't want to put you on the spot. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. No pressure.
I mean, hey, Amanda's got some...
Huh?
You get lots of things that you can review, so...
I got lots of things to review. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. It's just about the matter of when will that video be up, just because there's so many things that I always want to talk about.
Oh, shit. Discord Among Us sounds wild.
Discord Among Us? Among Us using Discord. Oh, so that you guys could have chat on.
Yeah.
But the thing is I feel like Among Us, I want to get the proximity chat working. We got to figure that out. We got to figure that out for people.
No, but it's not, I mean, did you guys have Discord on all the time, or was it just for meetings?
Oh, yeah. Was it just for meetings?
Yeah, I think it was just for meetings.
Oh, just for meetings. Oh, yeah. No, that makes sense. I missed that. I don't know why they got rid of it for meetings. I guess because people were abusing it or something. Just meetings. Okay, yeah. So just old school Among Us, how it used to be. Amusing
Streamer, I'm getting back on the Apple train. So, I mean, I have so many PC products, but their laptops are so good.
It's true.
The MacBook is just so good for editing.
All right, so for my choice, I think I'm going to say Let's just add to the squats. So
All right.
do 10 squats.
I was just gonna say I'll do my squats right now while you can.
Oh, okay.
You can do.
What color would you like me to change the lights to, DiCarlo? Let me know. We'll finish these, and then I'm going to talk about One Piece. Then we're going to talk about some shows, and then that will be our time today.
Yeah, Apple is very limiting, but that's why I literally only use it for editing. Like, I don't do anything else on it.
Yeah. Breathing multicolor. I know you. I know what you like. Scribbles, thank you for the hydrate. Are we going to alternate with the squats?
Yep.
What about Yuku songs? We're going to do the Yuku songs. Duck just wanted to do squats.
Done.
Locke says, don't do squats for my sub. That's what we spun, Locke. That's what we spun for your sub. You don't want squats? Huh? That's what we spun for squats. We spun squats.
That was the spin.
That was the spin. You don't want
Wowzers.
squats? You're anti-squats.
Ride of all fandom. Thank you
You
for
did the
subscribing.
spin and squats this morning. I did. I got squats this morning.
This is a new one.
This is a new one. You don't want squats? What do you want? Tell me your hopes and dreams.
While you squat, Amanda.
Tell me your hopes and dreams. Oh, I'm definitely not doing burpees in a skirt. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's also, I'm definitely not doing burpees in this heat because I'm literally perspiring sitting. Same subscription. Same subscription.
Oh, he was saying that his thing that came up was one that he put in this morning that was lagged. That just came in at the beginning of
But
stream.
I don't think I did it for you this morning, did I? Did it come in twice? Is that what you're saying, Locke? You gifted one this morning. You gifted one, and I did it for that one. That's what I see here.
Do your squats.
So you don't want me to do something different. Well, I'm not going to do them if Locke doesn't want me to. I mean, I will do 5 at least, because 5, that was my choice.
5 or
and
ode.
I picked it. 5 or ode to DiCarlo, because it was Amanda's choice. That's what I picked. Twitch just didn't catch up yet. But I have a gifted sub. That's what I did it for earlier. I did it for the gifted sub. I don't have your Prime. Your Prime only showed up now.
Go, stop arguing. Go do your squats.
Okay. Dylan's like, we're doing squats. It's happening.
Yeah, it's like, let's move it along here.
Okay, we'll take the mic. And what was I doing with this?
Squats.
No, what was I doing with this?
I don't know.
I was doing something, I forget. It's not important. I'll figure it out later. I was looking something up.
It's not as important as squats.
It's not as important as gains.
Subs? You checking subs?
Subs? I was checking subs. No, but I was checking subs on the stream. I don't know what I was doing. over
Hey,
here.
Surge Midnight, I have a question. I'm trying to find out a couple of
I'm
things
doing
on your
this.
screen.
I feel like I have more space. 4. 5. Do you have the mic on? Hopefully people can... I think people can hear us. These mics are pretty good. We could just have them on the table. I feel like people can hear us. Oh, you're wearing one.
Yeah, I got one.
Never mind.
Okay, so Surge,
7.
the cup on the screen is if you were on Twitch, if you donate bits,
9.
the bits will then fall into the cup and fill the cup.
And then it explodes.
If everyone donates enough
10.
bits, yeah, they'll explode into the cup.
And then we're going to do...
and-
Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was changing the color.
Oh, okay. And what's the custom cosplay thing? He's asking.
What custom cosplay thing?
Your Zatanna cosplay meter.
Oh, yeah. It's not a custom cosplay, but it's on my coffee. So if you donate to the coffee, here, I'll put the link in chat. It's this. If you click the coffee link, it will tell you more about it. That's all I have to say about that. Hold on a second. Rainbow lights activated for DiCarlo. There you go. There you go. So yeah, that's the Zatanna cosplay. So that is my coffee, and you can donate to the Zatanna cosplay, and then when I reach my goal, it gets funded, and I make it into a reality. And then I usually try to take pictures and
Whoa!
post them.
Look at that.
Whoa, what is that? Just Rob, what'd you do? You activated some crazy thing.
This man is living in Night City.
Just Rob says I was gonna Venmo you $20. I think I was gonna change the lights, but that was a good attempt, Just Rob. I respect the attempt. Actually, I don't even think I can Venmo because I'm Canadian. We don't have Venmo.
Pumped Up Kicks and Hurt.
Ain't no Venmo here.
DiCarlo changed his musical choice.
Okay, and Hurt instead of knocking on Heaven's Door.
I was gonna say.
That's what we're gonna do next.
I was gonna say, wait, before you do ukulele,
What?
let's talk about One Piece.
And then do ukulele.
Because
and then shows.
Because I want to skedaddle.
Okay, so you don't want to talk about shows.
Well, I do, but I want to talk about something first before you do ukulele.
Okay, all right. So One Piece, yes, I read Volume 1. I talked about this during my 16-hour marathon stream, but just a quick my thoughts on it. I'm gonna do a whole video on it, so I'll go more in depth there. But I will say, gosh dang it, where has this manga been my entire life, and why haven't I been reading it? It feels like it was literally written for me. It's just so hopeful and optimistic, and yet so, like, surprising at every turn, and action-packed, and pirates, and I love pirates, and just the fact that, you know, there's so much love of the lore of pirates and the history, and I have so much respect for that as someone who also loves pirate history. So basically, this is a manga I should have been reading my entire life, and yet I'm just coming to it now. And the voices for the characters are so good. I can hear them crystal clear in my head, the way people are written. So those are my thoughts. A costume goal. Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. I understand. Costume goal, not custom goal.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking up.
Art?
No, when I would have first read One Piece.
Right.
I have...
Who's the mangaka?
Ichiro Oda.
Ichiro Oda. Ichiro Oda being a massive pirate fan is just, like, amazing.
So...
Whoa! Now DiCarlo's doing it. What is this thing?
Hey, let's go. Duck needs to run.
What is this?
All right, so the first
Duck
time
needs to get out of here 'cause
first
he's
time I ever read One Piece was June of 2003. And it was in, I don't know if this will come up,
I'm gonna have to listen
Shonen Jump issue 6, the North American Shonen Jump. Been like, and then ever since then, I was grabbing the North American Shonen Jump.
I'm excited, Danny. I'm excited.
Every single month.
Duck wants to bounce before he cooks. Duck wants to bounce before we cook him in a stew.
I'm gonna be roast duck soon.
Yep. How are y'all putting your messages in blocks? It's so cool. I know, it looks so cool. What is this? I want to do it. How do you do that? It's so neat. New Twitch things. Very exciting. Anyway, Serge, I do hope that answers your question. Please feel free if you have questions.
Musing streamer,
ask us.
put it in
I'm happy
Lucy's
to answer
Discord.
them.
I'll read it.
I was really into One Piece when it first came to the
Tag
US,
me.
then fell off of it, but enjoyed getting back in with the live action series and playing Pirate Warriors 4. What is Pirate Warriors 4?
That's the game.
There's a game?
There's multiple games.
Don't tell me that.
They're probably on Game Pass, not gonna lie. Or like they're cheap. I saw it was on.
What kind of games are they?
There's fighting games, there's like world adventure, like open world adventure games where he plays Luffy just like stretching around, going and doing stuff.
Yeah, I love Luffy as well. Luffy is, I can see why other people are like, I don't know how I feel about this guy, but I love Luffy. I feel like Luffy is maybe not exactly me, but like I just feel like Luffy is like a kindred spirit in some ways.
If you were to eat a devil fruit,
you think that I would be Luffy? Is that what you're saying?
You would be a stretchy person.
I would be a stretchy person. Okay, get me. I gotta get my uke, and then I will.
Here, let's swap. You take this. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna hang out for TV chats.
It's been great.
Bye, Duck. Let me turn off this mic then.
Until next time, lovely people. Take care. Keep on nerding on? I don't know.
Keep on nerding on?
I got nothing. Keep it ducking classy.
Thanks, Duck. I'm gonna get my uke then. Sweat. Duck sweat all over the chair. Like, oh, my witch hat fell out.
Put it on, coward.
Okay, we're gonna play some uke, and then we're gonna talk about TV. So if anyone wants to talk about The Boys or Acolyte or what else is going on right now, I still gotta watch Suicide Squad Isekai. It's kind of hard to find in Canada because we don't get anything here. It's so sad, it's tragic. Anything that's Warner Brothers and animated for some reason, very hard for me to find, unless it's old. Isn't One Piece the longest running manga? I don't know, Duck, is One Piece the longest running manga? It's got to be up there.
It's up there.
Is Bleach longer?
Detective Conan is longer.
Detective Conan is longer. There you go. Drive safe, Duck, says Locke. Bye, Duck. Rapala says, Duck. Heart. Well, it's just us now. Duck has left us. So there's nothing.
It's only like 300, I think.
Bleach is only 300, Duck, thanks. So now, all that's left is for me to play these songs on the ukulele and talk about TV with you that I'm enjoying. You were going to ask my partner's name. You mean my guest on the stream? That's Duck. That's UptownDuck.
Never mind, Bleach is 698.
Put the guest information in chat.
But even then, not even close.
Okay. Not even close. Never mind. I rescind my statement. All right, let me pull up some tabs. I feel like I have not... I know of Hurt, but I don't really know that song very well. So I'm going to listen to it first. Hurt by Johnny Cash, I'm assuming. I'm assuming not by Nine Inch Nails. That might be a little challenging to play on ukulele. Nine Inch Nails or Johnny Cash. Okay, well, is it the same song? I'm going to do the Johnny Cash version for sure. I think that's a little bit more my style than Nine Inch Nails. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Just listening to the song, don't mind me. Still feel, focus on the pain. The only thing that's real. Needle tears a hole. Let's see what we got here. Come, my sweetest friend. This is the part that I know the best. Okay. You down, and I will make you hurt. Okay, cool. I missed the ukulele song you just missed because of the commercial. Oh, I haven't played it yet. I was just listening to the song to make sure I know what I'm doing. If you want a more upbeat song, you can do, Ring of Fire. Yeah, maybe Ring of Fire is a little bit more upbeat. I know Ring of Fire. I went down. Ooh. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. I can't, the D7, I can't with my nails. Actually, I think Hurt is actually better, oddly enough, just because I need to trim my nails. It's making it hard for me to play. I hurt myself today. to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. I tried to kill it all, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end, and you could have it all, my empire of dirt, and I will let you down, and I will make you hurt. Hard as well, because Johnny has a very low voice, but that was my best attempt. I can sing pretty low, but hurt, it's very low. All right, what else are we doing here? So that's a little bit of hurt for you. So let's do pumped up kicks. Pumped up kicks should be a fun one. Christopher Shockface, amazing. Thank you. Thanks, Christopher. Yeah, I bet you guys weren't expecting with this comic stream to also get a ukulele playing stream. What are you talking about, amusing streamer? Which story? I feel dumb. I didn't know McKnight was Batman until we saw his house, since Noir is also a version of Batman. Yeah, McKnight, some people were upset with that interpretation because they're like, McKnight is Iron Man, which I feel like McKnight is kind of a combo of like Iron Man and Batman, but this version of the boys wanted to go more with the Batman angle, so that's what they leaned into instead. So it's a bit of a different version from the comics, but still, I would say kind of similar, although they really made him kind of the worst, and I feel like in the comics, he's supposed to be kind of a nice guy, actually. Like, Butcher finds him boring, because he's like, oh, he's actually like a pretty decent, like, person. It's a good voice, Miss McKnight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Serge. All right, let's do a little bit of pumped up kicks for DiCarlo. He is a genius. Yeah, he's also definitely, I think, has some detective elements to him. But, yeah. Ladio, get help! Oh my gosh. Ladio, MVP of the episode. 100%, actually. That last episode, I was like, okay, episode 5 and episode 6 was like, oh my gosh, the boys has arrived. Like, it's actually back. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. I'll play this music, and then we can definitely talk a little bit more about the boys, because I'm really enjoying it. Okay. I need to maybe listen to this one more time. All the other kids. I just need to hear... I feel like the lyrics, I can hear them, but I can't hear the melody for the opening. It's the same, though, I think. Let me listen to it a little bit. I was literally listening to Pumped Up Kicks like last weekend, though, actually. These people are gonna... I just want to hear the song. I just want to hear the song. Got a quick hand. That's, I think, all I need. I think I got it. I think I got it. Robert's got a quick hand. He'll look around the room, he won't tell you his plan. Got a rolled cigarette hanging out his mouth. He's a cowboy kid, yeah. Found a 6-shooter gun in his dad's closet, hit him with a wooden box of fun things. I don't even know why, but he's coming for you, yeah, he's coming for you. Hey, all the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, faster than my bullet. There you go, a little bit of pumped up kicks for you. Daddy works a long day. He'll be coming home late, he's coming home late, and he's bringing me a surprise. Cool. I like that song. It's a good song. Wild song. Good song, though. Play the song in your head, put the headphones on, and take them off. Close your eyes. It might help. I just need to hear the song. I just need to hear the music. Sometimes when I'm looking at it, and I'm just looking at the chords, I'm like, how's that melody go? Cherry, thank you so much, DiCarlo. Thank you for all the emotes. Does anyone know where Joe gets his nickname in the Boys comic? Joe. Which Joe? I think we talked about this last time. Oh, Joe Kessler? No, I don't know. I don't know in the comic. I haven't read all of the comics. I just have a cursory knowledge. I've looked at a few issues, but I've never really felt the draw. I did read all of Dear Becky, though, when they did that series. And I feel like there's actually elements of Dear Becky in this season, weirdly enough. But yeah. Yeah, Monkey. Yeah, I don't know. Cherry says, I just want to thank you and everyone in chat. Never felt so loved. It's such a nice feeling. I appreciate every single bit of it. I love you all so much. Oh, thanks, Cherry. Such a lovely comment. Thank you so much for the highlighted message. Oh my gosh, little duck wags, Matt. They're so cute. I love them. I love these little duck emotes. Yeah, basically, it would be pretty cool if I could force sing. That's a talent I haven't seen yet in any Star Wars media, but it would be pretty cool. Thank you so much, Uncanny Suit, for joining us. We are going to talk about The Boys, and we're going to talk about Acolyte. So if anyone has anything they want to discuss, let's talk about it. What else am I watching right now? I feel like there's another show and I'm forgetting it. Why am I forgetting it? House of the Dragons. How could I forget? How could I forget House of the Dragon? House of the Dragon's so good. We could also talk about House of the Dragon. And then I gotta watch Isekai, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up maybe tonight before I go to bed. Maybe I could watch some Isekai. It's unfortunately not as accessible here. The twist was so good in the last episode. Yes, I did not see that coming, and I was like, holy moly for The Boys. Yeah, like I said, I feel like with episode 5 and episode 6, that's where The Boys really arrived for me. But I also kind of was thinking when I went into it, like I was like, it feels slow. But at the same time, I was thinking that it was probably slow because they were building up to something. And then that kind of feels like is what's happening. Like I think the next 2 episodes are going to be completely insane. Ah, there you go. That's interesting, Critter Nation. Rapala, good night. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for just being an amazing person, an amazing mod. Appreciate you. Thank you, Rapala. Go to sleep. Hope you have good sleeps. It's from a channel that streams a duck lake. It's very chill. What? What? A duck lake? What is this channel, Matt? I need to check it out. What's the name of it called? I feel like Duck would actually love that. Duck has been sending me so many Duck shorts lately, guys. Duck definitely wants a pet duck. Duck was like, we need a pet duck in our life. I was like, man, I don't know. Every time I see a new short, I'm convinced a little bit more. Christopher says, I always see posts about Homelander being a perfect villain. Do you agree? A perfect villain? I mean, definitely in the boys, well, comic, I would say he's pretty perfect, except that then it's later revealed that, like, kind of noir is that, but I don't want to spoil it too much for people that haven't read that. A perfect villain. Because we hate him so much? I don't know. I mean, what makes a perfect villain, I guess, is the question, right? I guess a villain is someone that is completely irredeemable. If they're perfect as a villain. Because, like, you know, the idea is that, like, could, like, never be redeemed. I don't know. I kind of think Homelander actually could be redeemed, to be honest with you. I don't know if that's crazy of me to think that. He's done some pretty awful things, some pretty unforgivable things. But I could see, especially like a couple seasons ago, or like last season, I almost felt like we were moving towards like this human place with Homelander, but now he's trying to like kind of go back on it. So I still don't like how he killed Ezekiel. Yeah, it was pretty terrible, Critter Nation. I agree with you. It's Dash Ducks. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Thank you, Matt. Dash Ducks. Oh my gosh, it's going right now. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, they're waving their little duck butts. This is adorable. Thank you for introducing me to this. It seems like it would be a really nice thing to have on in the background while you're working, too. 28 degrees Celsius where they are. Those little duckies. Can you let me know how good the Acolytes is? I've not watched it yet. Yes, So here's the thing. The Acolyte is really interesting. I have been enjoying it. And I have not thought that it is a perfect show. Don't get me wrong. But I think a lot of the themes that they're exploring in the Acolytes is really cool. And I think that that is primarily what I'm here for. That and the mystery of kind of what happened here, which kind of got revealed last episode, but it also opened up some other mysteries. I like a lot of the actors in it. I'm not as big a fan of all of the writing, but the overall story I quite enjoy. The actual story I think is quite good. And like I said, the themes that it's exploring around what does it mean to be part of the dark side? What does it mean to be part of the light side? And also just this idea of kind of power, and how I think even when people that are, you know, good have that power, there are maybe not so good things that can come out of that. And it comes from this place of thinking that we know what's best for people. Kind of, that's a lot of what's explored in the last episode that I just watched. And I feel like the last episode is really good. Like, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool how we went back in and explored some complex relationships between some of these Jedi. And it's kind of exploring the Jedi in just a different lens. It's not necessarily saying that the Jedi are bad. I think they're still very good here. They have really good intentions, but sometimes good intentions, if you are judging people, judging things is like a danger. I feel like that is what this show is trying to warn us of, which is also hilarious because a lot of people are judging this show. So it feels weirdly fitting in a way. So that's kind of my take on it. There's also some pretty cool fights in it, I do think. I think there's some cool fight scenes in it. The editing, I wish, was a little bit better in some episodes, I will also say. Christopher says, I don't know much about Moon Knight. Is he given powers by a god, or is he insane? Yes. Yes, Solvius. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. That is basically how it works. It's kind of everything. What are we talking about over here in Twitch chat? Whoa. Cherry says, I'll be lurking, so I need to rest. I so need to rest after that migraine attack yesterday, so that's what I'm going to do. Take care of yourself, Cherry. No worries. Thank you for the lurk. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Critter Nation says they do humanize Homelander every now and then. Like, you can see where his rage comes from, and when you have that kind of power, there's no need to check yourself. Yeah, and I mean, the fact that he was manipulated his whole life, like, there is a bit of sympathy you can have for that character. And I think that that is an interesting element that we play with in the series that is not always touched upon. Well, I don't think it is really touched upon in the comics. It's more like he was made to be this monster, but I don't think there's really sympathy that you have for Homelander, at least not from what I've read in the comics. Now, granted, like I said, I haven't read all of the boys, so if you've read all the boys and you feel like there is that connection, then let me know. Serge says, I've also got another question about the X-Men 97. Do I need to refresh my mind on the other X-Men series before I could get into X-Men 97? Please and thank you. I would say no. I think you can just jump right into it. I think it will make you want to go back to the original series in a good way, though. So it might make you want to revisit it, but I don't think it's necessary, as long as you kind of have a rough idea of, like, what happened and what the characters were like and what that was like. So as long as you're connected to those things still, you don't have to review all of it. My opinion. Amusing Streamer says, it says a lot when the theme of a bad story is don't judge. Feels self-fulfilling. The theme of a bad story is don't judge. Do you not like the story, Amusing Streamer? Is that what you're saying? Star's reaction to Firecracker, perfect. Oh my gosh, that Firecracker reveal at the end. I was like, what is happening? What am I watching? Gosh. Yeah, the whole aging angle. I'm not sure how I actually feel about that angle in this season, to be honest with you. Feels a little bit, I don't know. I'm just not sure. I mean, I guess it is this fear of, like, his humanity. It's like we were getting a bit more human with him, and now he wants to, like, move completely away from that. So I guess that's kind of what we're talking about there. DiCarlo says there are some way worse villains, and the comic is worse than the show. Yeah, in terms of how Homelander is presented. Acolyte story, it hurts. You don't like the story? You don't like the story? Too human? I just mean, I think he was moving towards being more human in the last season, and I think the fear of aging is the manifestation of him wanting to reject that sense of humanity, right? Like, that's what we're seeing. That's the thing that reminds him of his humanity, and rather than move more towards it like he was last season, I think now it's like being manifested as a fear through his aging. But yes, I want Maeve back. Oh, I know. I don't think Maeve's coming back, but I miss her too. I miss her too. But it's good, you know, it means maybe Maeve is safe. Please, well, I mean, I think Maeve is safe, and that makes me very happy, because I just want Maeve to be okay. I don't want Maeve to die. Serge says, I've not watched 97 X-Men also. Yeah. You haven't, so wait, you haven't watched the 90s animated series? If you haven't watched the 90s animated series, yeah, I think you can just jump in without it. I think if you are a fan of the original series and you wanted to go back, then you could. I think even if you've never watched the animated series, though, then X-Men 97, it has new viewers in mind. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I like the story for the Acolyte, but I acknowledge that it's not everybody's cup of tea. I just think that some of the writing in terms of the execution of said story is not as good as it could be, but I mean, there are reasons for some of the writing in the way that it is, as we saw in the last episode. Yeah. The acting is great. And the boys, the acting is great. Yeah. Anyone want to talk about House of the Dragon? Because House of the Dragon has also been insane. And every episode is, like, better than the last. And I'm just like, House of the Dragon is so good. How is House of the Dragon, like, the best? How is it? I'm having such a hard time ranking the shows this year, guys. I want to do a top 10 at the end of the year, or whatever. Maybe not a top 10, like a top, I don't know. I'm just going to pick my favorite shows, basically. I don't think there's going to be a specific number. I'm going to pick the cream of the crop. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about why I love them. But the problem is like, everything is the cream of the crop. So at this point, I think I'm going to have to talk about, like, about 1 million shows. My top shows are all of them. I haven't had anything that I feel like has been really bad. Everything's been good or better than good, I would say. I think it goes like this for me. I mean, these aren't even bad. It's just some of them were like, these are good, and then everything else is like, this is amazing. And House of the Dragon right now is just under X-Men 97 so far in my rankings. I don't think anything will beat 97 for me, but I don't know. House of the Dragon was really close. And also, we'll see, because the season's not even done yet. I don't know House of the Dragon. You don't know House of the Dragon? No worries, just Rob. It's cool if we don't have a lot of House of the Dragon fans in chat. No worries. I'm just hyped about it. An Exile show, that would be interesting. That What If is basically just Exiles instead of What If. Kind of. It kind of becomes elements of Exiles for sure. I want an Exiles show that's the new Exiles. Sabretooth's Exiles that we got a little while ago. Helpy, hello. How's it going? Hi, Steven. How you doing? Fallout is still ranked way up there. Yeah, Fallout is up there for me, but the problem is there's too many good things. Fallout is also up there for me. It's also high up. I hate that there's things above it because it's so good. But I also acknowledge there has to be things above it because there's so many other things that are so good. I watched Invincible, the new season. I did some reviews on it. I still haven't finished my reviews on it, but I did finish the show. I do want to go back still and finish those reviews and talk about it. I just didn't have time at the time, and then the engine keeps going. And then there were other things I had to talk about. So hopefully I'll still get to visit it and talk about it. Stefan, hello, how you doing? Welcome on in. Rob says, is it part of the Boobs and Dragons universe? It's part of the Boobs and Peens universe. And also, yes, there are dragons. Although, there are some boobs. There's not a lot of boobs. Moderate amount. Not a lot, I'd say. It's HBO, you know? It's HBO. That's what I'm going to say. Scribble says, I still need to start The Boys this season and Invincible. Oh, Invincible's so good. You should definitely watch Invincible. The Boys is good too. The Boys is good too. I think I liked Invincible better than I liked The Boys, though, at this point. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Critter Nation says, I'm a huge House of the Dragons fan. Hey, happy to have you in here. Happy to have you in here. There are so many examples of pacing issues with Disney shows. Yeah, I would say pacing issues are a problem. You weren't too into Invincible. Are you saying that to me? I was into Invincible. I was pretty into Invincible, actually. Yeah, no, I really liked Invincible. Let me see. Invincible, where did I rank Invincible? Invincible's high up there. So right now, Invincible's just under Shogun. But Shogun is really good. I feel bad that Invincible is so low on the list because I loved it so much. Honestly, I really did like the season. My only problem with Invincible is that it has a bit of a pacing issue, not in terms of the way that the show actually plays out, but in terms of how it was released. And I also don't think it was marketed very well. So that, unfortunately, I think affected my view into it. Season 2, you seem like you weren't into it. Did I seem like I wasn't into it? What do you mean? In my reviews? I feel like I was pretty into it. I'm pretty sure I rated each episode pretty high, didn't I? 8s and 9s. I may have even rated 110. No, I watched all of it. I just didn't do my reviews on it because I didn't have time to film the reviews. When I don't finish reviews on something, it's not that I'm not into it, FYI, guys. It's just because I do too many things. I like to watch and read too many things, and unfortunately, I just sometimes don't have the time. Hopefully, I'll have more time now going forward, but even then, my time is still limited. There's only so many hours in a day. I typically wake up right now at like 8, and then I work until like 1 a.m. So, and all the breaks that I take, I'm usually reading or watching something that is also related to content. But But yeah, I really did like it. No, I did like it. I just didn't finish my reviews. But I did like it. I do think it has that issue of the way it was split up. That is a problem. But the show itself is very good. So that's not the show's fault. It's more the way they did it. They're not supposed to do the breaks again. They're not going to do the breaks again? Yeah, that seems like a good choice because I just feel like they lost momentum. Like, why would you do it that way? And then people just weren't as hyped about it because the momentum wasn't there. But I really loved some of the stuff that they added in it. I really loved just, there are things that I mean, I just love the idea that it's kind of a retelling of the series, but with like an expansion into things that they just never really thought about how important that could be, or just adding lots of dimensions to stuff that isn't there in the comics in a retelling of it, which is really cool. It's like an improvement, I feel like, a little bit on the story. Helpy says, I like how Omni-Man is in Mortal Kombat. Omni-Man is really fun to play in Mortal Kombat. 100%, 100%. Steven says, can't wait for Kite Man. Kite Man's going to be so fun. I need to get caught up on my Harley Quinn. Man, Harley Quinn's another amazing show. But I need to get caught up. I'm behind. Which season of Invincible is my least fave? Invincible new season? Yeah, Invincible season 2 that came out. Was it this year? Time. What is time? It was this year. It's on my list. It was this year. Invincible season 2. Yeah. What's my least favorite season? I don't think I have a least favorite because they're both really good. I guess, I don't know. I guess I'd put season 2 below season 1 just because, like I said, because of how it was released. But the actual subject matter, I don't know. Season 1 maybe is a little bit better just because it was so interesting to have a superhero story that's different. Kind of like with The Boys, though, you know? Like, I think The Boys season 1 is still... I think The Boys season 1 or maybe season 2 are the best seasons so far. But that's not to say the other seasons aren't great. It's just because, like, that's when the show had the most... Like, it was fresh. But I really like season 2. And like I said, really I'd only put it below, I think, because of the way that it was released. Carlos says, I liked 1 better. Time is a seasoning. This is true. The end of episode 1 and the season, chef's kiss. Less Omni-Man equals lower score? I would disagree with that. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not to do with Omni-Man, because, you know, my girl Debbie, very prominently featured, and I love her. She's one of my favorite characters in the entire show. So, yeah, I really liked season 2 for that, because we got a lot of Debbie. But that's just my take. I know everyone is not here. Maybe not everyone's here for Debbie. Debbie's incredible on the show. Debbie's amazing. And they add so much, I feel like, with Debbie, and I'm so here for it. So yeah, I don't need Omni-Man to be in it for it to be good to me. I know there's other people. There's people that, like, just love Omni-Man. There's people that are like, give me more Omni-Man and more Homelander. I need that in my life, and if I don't have that, I don't know. That's definitely not me. I don't. Actually, in fact, I would say maybe less Homelander in my life at this point. I just feel like Homelander's kind of becoming a little old hat. I like Butcher still, though. More Butcher in my life is good. Christopher said, I wanted to ask you why you cosplayed as Madeline Pryor instead of Jean Grey. Is it her character or story arc? What instead of? I wouldn't say I cosplayed as her instead of. You mean, why do I cosplay as Madeline Pryor? Like, I have a Jean Grey cosplay. It is a swimsuit cosplay, but I do want to do a Jean cosplay at some point. And I have a Cyclops cosplay. But it's more that I really like Madeline's character. I love her character design. And I just love that she is this woman who has been mistreated. She has more dimension at times, I think, than Jean does. And I'm not saying this to insult Jean. I love Jean too. But I just think Maddie is a very complex and interesting character in the sense that she becomes this villain, but really she's only a villain because of how she was treated. She's like a victim that becomes a villain. And you know, it's like when Wanda becomes a villain, it's like kind of, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting how we paint people, and I just feel like her journey as being this woman scorned when she really was quite scorned, and I just feel bad for her. I find her so cool, and I think that she also is in her power a lot, and so I really admire that about her. Granted, so is Jean. Jean is also in her power a lot. So, yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't say instead of Jean, though. I'll probably do a Phoenix cosplay at some point proper with the whole, you know, spandex suit. But one thing, too, is that I find characters that are like, what are they wearing? A spandex suit? That's cool, and spandex suits are very comfortable, to be honest with you guys. But I need something that has a little bit more in terms of the design. I definitely want to do a 90s Jean at some point with, like, the weird head thing and the shoulder pads. I think that's a cool look. I mean, I have a Cyclops look that's like a latex Cyclops, which is pretty fun. That one's pretty cool. But yeah, I'll probably do Jean at some point. Probably a Jean Phoenix and probably a Jean 90s. Matt says, I appreciate the fact that Kripke uses actors from other shows he's done. I agree with that. I do love Maddie. Yeah, I love her. I love Jean, though, too. I love Jean. Helpy says, slay Debbie. Debbie slay. I mean, it is just a different Brainiac, another Dark Batman, and Amanda Waller. What are you talking about? Regarding absolute power, am I the only one bored by the idea of the villains? Yeah, I mean, I feel like Amanda Waller is just, there's been too much Amanda Waller for me lately in the DC universe, but I also understand that's the whole point of what they're building, so I don't know. I don't know. Absolute power, it's a means to an end. You know what? If it gets us to absolute DC, I'm very intrigued by that. Waller has been overused, I agree. And it sucks, because I really love Amanda Waller. Critter Nation says, same. I do like when The Boys gives us less Homelander, and when we get an episode that goes, like, deep into the deep, or A-Train, or I'd love an episode where Firecracker is the star more now. Yeah, everyone is super here for Firecracker now, and forever, and I don't... Someone explain to me, why does everyone love Firecracker? Tell me about that. Tell me about your love of Firecracker. I want to understand. How about her Dark Queen look? Yeah, for Maddie? You mean in Dark X-Men? Yes, people have been asking me about that. I do like that look. I do like that look. Why do people like her boobs? Okay, okay. Yeah, is that it? I just don't see the appeal with Firecracker yet. I think she's interesting, but like nothing there, I don't know. There's nothing there that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need like the Firecracker episode. Not yet anyways. I do not have a Patsy Walker Hellcat cosplay, not yet. I do like Hellcat though. Hellcat's also got a great design. She's also a spandex suit, but I do like that suit. I like that it's yellow. I love yellow, so. Amusing Streamer says, I don't get the Firecracker appeal. She had her chance. You know, I feel like Firecracker could bring me around, though. Like, I think she's interesting. I just haven't felt the pull yet. Because she's a Bible Belt former pageant girl that was overweight. That's why. Was she overweight? Was she overweight? When was she overweight? She makes fun of those right-wing jerks. Does she? I don't know. I just feel like, I feel bad for Firecracker. I pity Firecracker, but I don't feel a pull to her. She could redeem herself. That would be interesting. I would love to see a switch with Firecracker. And I do kind of like that she kind of feels like, in a weird way, a person of the people, like, because she just feels like she's more grounded than other people in the Seven. She's not hoity-toity. I like that about her. Hey, Peter, how's it going? I'd rather not be Firecracker. Thank you. I'll pass on that, Andrew. From the 90s? Jean from the 90s. Is Amanda TV show still coming out? What Amanda TV show? What? What is my favorite Marvel show personally? It's WandaVision. Did you just answer the question for me, Helpy? Are you guessing that it's WandaVision? WandaVision is up there for me. I don't know. Probably between WandaVision and Loki. What won't fall out, Peter? Starlight made fun of her growing up. She is right-wing, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know how right-wing she really is. I think that's just the group that she's aligned with herself because she's found, you know, people there, and she wants to feel loved and appreciated and valued. So, yeah. The fact that it took 4 seasons for certain groups to understand they were being satirized, all the applause to Kripke. I mean, yeah, I feel like, I don't know though. I feel like the people that are like, I didn't understand this. This is crazy. I think people knew, but I think something has shifted. That's all. And so people are now like, I don't like that that's a thing. I can't believe that people didn't realize it till now. I'm just not sure that I completely buy that. Amanda Waller, I thought they were doing a show with her. They are still doing, I think, the Waller series, yeah. Is that still happening? That's a good question. Demonic, thank you so much for following. Chrome, thank you so much for following. Batside, thank you so much for following. Brad Mally, thank you so much for following. Indie Shark says, it made me realize that media literacy is actually at an all-time low. I think a lot of things are at some strange dial of things, is what I'm going to say about that. There's just a lot is going weird in the world. There's a lot of weird takes on things where I'm like, what's happening? Are we okay? I'm not sure if we're okay. But then again, I don't know if we've ever really been okay. But things are more apparent now maybe than they were at one point. I don't know what's happening with it. I'm trying to find information on it and I don't see anything, but I'm pretty sure it's still happening. March, it got an update. Still moving forward as of March of this year. It's writing. The schedule was impacted by strikes, and it'll come after Peacemaker Season 2. Which I'm actually kind of glad about, because I really wanted Peacemaker Season 2, so. She found people there, and she gets to target Starlight, the person that treated her like garbage as kids. It's payback for Firecracker against Starlight. Yeah, 100%, Randall. Yeah, 100%. Surge says, now, Miss Knight, are there any up-to-date Gundam shows that you know of? I'm not big into Gundams. I'm sorry, Surge. Not really my cup of tea. Watched a little bit of Gundam stuff when I was a kid, but never really been big into Gundams. Haven't really found my thing there. But that being said, I kind of want to try building Gundams sometime, because that looks fun. The thing is, we haven't seen Firecracker in depth. Y'all are just putting the surface stuff we know. This is true. This is true, Critter Nation. And that's what I'm saying. If they want to crack open Firecracker and give me a little bit more, then I could be a fan. I just haven't seen anything yet that has appealed to me because I feel like everything has been very surface with Firecracker. The end of the last episode was interesting, but now it makes me feel that the people that are like super into her is like, it maybe is like a sexy thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like, okay, is that like what the appeal is, or is it something else? Just wondering if that's what it is, or if it's something else. Like just Rob said, boobs. Which, you know, is also fine. I'd like there to be more. I guess that's the thing. Like, I feel like Firecracker has a lot of potential as a character. I want to see what happens with her, and I want to see... I need her to have, like, a really epic speech. I did like her scene with Starlight a lot. I found that super interesting. I really liked that scene. So, I hope we get more of that. Firecracker actress is gay. Cool. Cool. Is she? That's cool. I didn't know that. Give me more gay folks. You know me. I'm here for the gay. Firecracker is also a perfect summation of American capitalism, building yourself up off the backs of others. This is true, amusing streamer. Oh my gosh. Gundam is pretty lit once you understand the allegory for war's work. Ooh, interesting, you boy. I gotta check that out. I've never seen... I feel like that's been a thing that I've been missing out on. Yes, article. Just Rob, if you're in the public persona versus real life. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I like the actress. Here's the thing. It's not about the actress. I think the actress is great. I think everyone in The Boys is great, actually. Everyone's acting their faces off in that show. So I love everyone, but I just don't see that the character doesn't have, like, enough depth that I'm intrigued yet. But I do feel bad for her. I do sympathize with Firecracker in a lot of ways. Helpy says, you know what? You go, girl. Is this stream after a night out? Is this a stream after a night out? Nope. This is a stream after working all day. Been working all day, still working all day. Oh, no. Definitely not going out. Nope. This is my chillin' clothes. People are always like, Amanda, you going on a hot date? And I'm like, nope, just hanging out. This was, my skirt was next in the pile. This was near the top of the pile for my crop tops. And it's really hot out today. And so I just thought, this is easy to throw on. And then also this is like, it doesn't leave marks on my body, and I did a photo shoot, so just, I don't want any marks. Some things dig into your body, and they leave like lines. Especially as time goes on and your skin becomes less elastic. And as someone that's over 800, I think you can imagine the effects that's had, even as an immortal being, on my skin. A hot date with chat? It is hot. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. I don't know if I'd say a date, but it is a chat time. I do like to look nice for chat. Although earlier I was in chat and I was just makeup free. This was me chilling and I was wearing the same clothes. I feel like people made less of a big deal, but probably because I wasn't wearing makeup at that time, so it was pretty chill. Leopard print. It's her Tarzan look. Yeah, everyone makes me feel really weird when I wear leopard print. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Everyone points out my leopard print a lot, and I'm like, yeah, it's leopard print, and then I don't really know what else to say about it. I only have a few leopard print things, but whenever I wear them, it's like, it's such a big point that everyone brings up that I'm like, this is strange. But I guess people like leopard print. Yeah, no makeup this morning. But then I went to my photo shoot and they did my makeup, so my makeup is like extra crazy right now because I came from the photo shoot. My day has been get up, stream, film, back end, go to photo shoot, come back, have comics, read comics, talk to you about comics, gonna finish this, gonna film another video, gonna do some other work on some photos, and then maybe watch some Suicide Squad Isekai and go to bed. Leopard print stands out. I guess so. Yeah, it is. People notice it. People are like, leopard print. Boom. It's because it's, I think, you know what it is? It's a danger sense. We're like, where's the leopard? Where's that leopard at? I'm afraid. Has it been leopard print? Really? I feel like when I think of leopard print, I think of like, I guess, sexy things in like maybe the 80s. Like, I don't think of leopard print as being sexy today. Is it sexy? I don't know about that. I don't find it to be very sexy. I mean, this is a sexy top. You know, it's a little more revealing. Leopard print equals less clothes. That's not true. You can get leopard print that's like a whole bodysuit that's leopard print. I could get a leopard print face mask and pull it over my head. A lot of things are coming back. I mean, this is true. This is true, DiCarlo. This is true. But I think of like, I don't know. Like I said, I got it for a Trailer Park Boys party. So I just want you to think about that. Not that the Trailer Park Boys can't be sexy. Hey, Bubbles, hottie. Definitely, for sure. Bubbles is a hottie. There's no, I'm not arguing that. But what I will say is leopard print, to me, was like trailer park vibes. Because they wear it in the show. So I'm not making that a thing. It just was a thing in the show. Leopard print is exclusively for sexy people. See, I thought this probably when I was a teenager, but I don't think I think this anymore as someone that's no longer a teenager and now is an 800-year-old immortal being. But that's just my take on it. I'm in Florida and I'm melting daily. I'm sorry, Healthy. I hope that you have AC. Yeah, Healthy, yeah, this is what I think. Healthy, this is where my mind's at. I think of leopard print as being like kind of old lady vibes. Will I play the comic character of Sheena? No, I'm not going to be playing Sheena. I mean, I'll take the role if someone wants to cast me as Sheena. I will wear the leopard print. Clearly, I like leopard print. But I'm just saying, when I think of leopard print, I don't think sexy. It's not where my mind goes. Watch your drink about Bubbles? Why? Is he roofing people? Bubbles roofies people? What episode is that? I don't think I've seen that one. I have seen leopard print on every age and size of woman, to be honest, says amusing streamer. Leopard print's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what I love? Blue leopard print. Honestly. It's only when it's like legit leopard print though. I have a black and white like kind of leopard print dress and I feel like it doesn't get, actually maybe it does get as much attention. I feel like it doesn't. That's true. Back in the day we had to hunt and skin our own leopard and then it was really sexy because it was like, girl, you hunt that? Dang. That is true. I feel sexy in this. I mean, I've always said that I think sexy is an attitude less than it is like a look or a vibe. So maybe it's just when I wear things, I feel good in it. I definitely feel good today. I feel good in my body today. My sausage bod, as I like to call it. Good night, Christopher. Have good sleeps. Appreciate you being here. I don't think any creeps are out. I feel like everyone's pretty chill right now. Everyone's pretty chill. We just having a little conversation. Nothing wrong with that. Bubbles is a bad guy? Google it. The character Bubbles is a bad guy? Or the actor? What happened to him? I guess as the seasons have gone on. Yeah, I haven't watched later stuff. I've only watched earlier stuff. So that's my context. Or is it the actor? It's pretty late. I actually should probably call it a night myself. I gotta do other work, and Duck also has to do some work, and yeah, we all gotta do work. I mean, Bubbles hanging out with Ricky doing crimes. I mean, yeah, but all the trailer park boys doing crimes, aren't they? Aren't they all? Isn't that part of the trailer park way? Doing crimes? Doing crimes? That's what we do in the trailer parks. Are there people that don't do crimes? I don't know. I prefer jaguars to leopards. What movie or TV news am I ready to hear about? Peacemaker. Peacemaker, 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 Peacemaker. Peacemaker? I hope there's more Peacemaker news. I hope we get our costumes in time. Peacemaker. More X-Men. X-Men 97 Season 2. Peacemaker. Ricky's cool? Ricky's cool now and Bubbles is out. Ricky's in, Bubbles is out? I don't know. I've never really been super into Ricky. I don't know about that. Good night, Nathan. All right, guys, I should go to bed too. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you had fun hanging out in the stream and chatting about TV shows, leopard prints, comics, manga, Gundams, Booba. We've really covered it all, I think. We've covered almost every topic that has ever existed. Hunting and gathering, Trailer Park Boys. We covered it all. I'm going to go to bed. I hope you all have a great night. Just Rob, yes. Boobs. One more boobs in the chat for good measure. I'll see you guys. When am I going to be back? I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm going to be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock. We're going to be playing some Baldur's Gate 3. And the thirst will continue, I'm sure, as we thirst for all of our companions, as is the way. But also, we get to fight stuff, and it's just going to be really fun, and I'm really excited. All right, I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for having a good time, I hope, and for all the subs, and for all the love, and for all the chats, and for all the subscribers, and followers, and super chats, and just everything. And thank you to the lurkers. If you're here and you lurked, I appreciate you too. Or if you watched the VOD, I double love you, because you came back, and that means that's super great. That's all I have. We haven't covered the current prices of tea in China. We'll cover that next time, Critter Nation. Good point, good point. Aubrey is not playing Morgan Le Fay either. Why do you say that, DiCarlo? I think maybe she could be secretly playing her, and they're trying to keep us on our toes. But we'll see. Critter Nation's writing that down, that we're going to cover that. All right, good night, everybody. Have a great night. I hope you all have lovely dreams, and go to bed, or get up if it's the morning. That's all I have today. I'll see you next time.